for you, you know I wanna let you know I'll never let this feeling go. This love has no feeling, I cannot deny. Tonight. Falling into you, baby. Even electricity can't compare to what I feel when I'm with you. Oh, baby. Giving up my ghost for you. Now I see through you. Give me a feeling so strong. I know you've been treating yourself wrong. So let me get for you. Oh, baby. I'ma love you differently. I'm giving you electricity. Give it to you. Even if I could, I wouldn't turn on you. I would stop the world for you, you know. I wanna let you know. I'll never let this feeling go. This love has no feeling, I cannot deny. Tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday Night Speedway, brought to you by Findlay Volkswagen. We would like our first competitors to assemble up at the upper bathroom with Osiris. We will have Zoigo, the Stain Guy, Free Dizzle, Gourmet, Geronimo, Immortal Man 2650, Bear, disregard that, I'm told that's qualifier 2. One moment, please. here of Saturday Night Speedway, brought to you by Findlay Volkswagen. Will the following players please come upstairs and meet Osiris by the second floor bathrooms at the Hype Tunnel? We need Knight, the Dominator, Rev Nuggy, Beastly Mustard, Funny Name, Kayun, Lubu, Imagine Losing, Pooch, and Fire Blaster. Again, that's Knight, the Dominator, Rev Nuggy, Beastly Mustard, Funny Name, Kayun, Lubu, Imagine Losing, Pooch, and Fire Blaster. Rev Nuggy, what denomination did you receive your reverendship from? Thank you very much. Again, meet at the Hype Tunnel entrance with Osiris. We are getting ready to begin.
Common love isn't for us. We created something phenomenal. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? You got me feeling diamond rich. Nothing on this planet compares to it. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Who needs to go to sleep when I got you next to me?
Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me and I walk alone. hear me tonight, 'cause my feeling is just so right as we dance by the moonlight. Can't you see you're my delight? Lady, I just feel like I won't get you out of my mind. I feel love for the first time, and I know that it's true. I can tell by the look in your hear me tonight, 'cause my feeling is just so right as we dance by the moonlight. Can't you see you're my delight? Lady, I just feel like I won't get you out of my mind. I feel love for the first time, and I know that it's true. I can tell by the look in your
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here tonight at the HyperX Esports Arena. Before we begin our exciting races for the night, I'd like you all to kindly direct your attention to the main video monitor for a brief instructional video. Thank you very much.
Hey everyone, I'm Riley. I'm the Esports Competition Manager for HyperX Esports Arena, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the pandemic and how events inside our arena are going to work. We have to, stay safe while we compete, and there's only 3 things to do to make sure everyone can stay safe. The first thing is we have to wear our masks while we play or watch the event at all times. The second thing is we have to be very mindful of people's space and the proximity between everyone who is around. So we must maintain 6 feet of distance between everybody at all times. And lastly, the only exception to that rule is if you are going to watch the event and you would like to sit next to people that you quarantined with, that is the only exception. And so if you have a table upstairs and you and your friends want to sit together, that's okay as long as you quarantine together. So thank you for taking the time to have this reminder, and let's all have a good time today.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Welcome on in to the HyperX Esports Arena here at the beautiful Luxor Hotel and Casino, where we are ready for some Saturday Night Speedway. We have some amazing competitors joining us today. It is going to be an incredible time. I'm Thomas Viola, and joining me, as always on Saturday nights, it's your boy, Warliken. How you doing, Warliken?
Thank you very much, man. It's a Saturday night, so what else would you expect? It's another Saturday and another SNS to go down without a doubt. And like you said, I love doing this. I know you love being back here and helping me out. I know last week you were more on the production side, but this week it seems like you're actually going to be our host, so even better for us.
Hey, I am more than happy to be filling in for our boy Good Wolf here. He's been feeling a little under the weather. We hope he gets better soon, but oh boy, do we have some great competition coming tonight. The competitors are getting ready to head out of the hype tunnel as we speak and take their seats as my mask continues to stay off of my enormous nose.
Well, I mean, that's what you gotta do. I mean, like you said in the video, we gotta make sure our masks are good, and then mine just looks stylish, honestly. But hey, at least we got a mask on to make sure we're safe. All of our competitors have our mask on as well, because like the hashtag says, game on, mask on. Where's the mask on, game on?
You're absolutely right. It is mask on, game on, and we are just about ready to do just that. Warliken, are you ready
I'm
for
born
some
ready.
Mario Kart? Let's hear it.
I'm born ready. Let's do this thing.
racing. Let's bring down our first heat of competitors. Here they come down the hype tunnel as we get ready for our first heat of 3. It will be 3 qualifying heats, 10 racers each to start us off here tonight. Of course, moving from them into the second chance battles, and then from there, it's semis and then grand finals, the way you're used to. Oh, are you ready? We've got some good racers. Anyone sticking out in particular to you here tonight? I can think of one name that certainly comes to mind, the Dark Knight of Mario Kart himself.
Go ahead and say it. You said the Knight, so you think Knight's going to be the one to look at for this qualifier, is what you're saying.
I'm loving Knight in this first heat here. He is my go-to guy. He's standing right there behind me. I can see him there. He is pumped. Give him a flex. Give him a flex. You ready to go? He said, oh, wow. All right. All right, he's shutting me down. He is locked in. Oh, he is locked in. He knows that he's going up against a tough group of competitors. Anyone you have your eye on here, Warlikin?
Well, let's put it this way, because like you said, we're kicking a little old school. We're actually doing, like you said, 3 qualifiers, 10 racers each. This is some old school stuff right here, because we have not done a 10-man qualifier in a very long time. I believe it's actually been a year since we actually converted to the 12-man, but because of the amount that we have here, we're going down to 10 for tonight. So straight 30 people. Knight is definitely a good name to look at without a doubt. Another name to really look out for, if you ask me though, is Kayhoon. Kayhoon is a former grand finalist herself, and I would not be surprised if she takes the competition away from here.
Kayun, definitely another one of those competitors to watch out for here. Games are getting ready to get underway here. But once again, we're going with 3 qualifiers of 10 tonight, changing it up a little bit. Numbers divide evenly. I would love to be able to say 10 men enter, 1 man leaves, but that's not quite going to be the case. Instead, qualifiers, for those who don't know, are going to go based on your point total, not just against your own heat, but against every single heat, all 3 of them that we have coming here tonight. Then, of course, you'll have your chance for your second chance battles, but we're ready to get underway here in our first race. It's going to be on Cheap Cheap Beach. Are you ready, Lycan?
Let's do this, man. So right now we have Knight on screen, and he actually is switching to a Morton loadout. So Morton is a bit of a heavier character. So high speed, high top speed, not so great in acceleration, but as long as you keep the momentum up, you can definitely do a great front run, as you see here doing right now. But he has no defense, so he's got to start getting that switch up. He does a double item box here.
Yeah, he's definitely not trying to bag here. He's straight off into 3rd place here. Got a Waluigi up in front of him that he's trying to get to, but those triple bananas going to be more so for defense than attack. And oh, going to get hit by the crab there, dropping him all the way back over to 7.
But you see here, he throws away everything to get another double item box. Meanwhile, Funny Name, who's another name we have to really look out for. Funny Name is one of the newer races that we have here, but he's starting to really get more consistent on grand finals. So we'll see you see, because I think it's the first time we've seen him since we came back from COVID.
I do not actually believe so. Funny Name sounds like a name familiar. I think might have been here the last time I was up there in the booth with you. And oh, Lubu getting hit by the green shell there. Drop it back into 5th, using the mushroom. Another green shell right before the jump.
Unfortunately, yeah, some unfortunate backward sniping does bring him back to 6th place, but in exchange he gets triple red to work with. Meanwhile, Fire Blaster's in 9th, 10th place. Has to really start catching up when he has no items to work with right now.
Yeah, Fire Blaster got a lot of ground to make up, and oh, that's going to be Pooch getting hit by the red shell, dropping all the way down to 10th, playing as Villager, one of the few crossover characters that we've had in the Mario Kart universe. Going to get that bullet bill, though, holding on to that, and oh, that shot is going to hurt.
He holds it a little too long, and the shock makes him drop the bullet.
Not only the bullet, but he had a star right after that, too. That's a brutal double whammy to be taking as the Dominator gets a star of his own. Immediately going to pop that, and Funny Name holding strong with a great first place lead here. Looks like someone trailing right behind him, and then Knight as Roy well off in 3rd.
If I'm going to guess, I think that was actually Beastly Mustard, but it looked like he actually did hit him with a backward shell snipe. So because of that, with 1 defense to work with and no one to respond, it looks like Funny Name is getting 1st place in this first race of the first qualifier.
And there you go, Funny Name coming in strong to start off. A great performance and a very commanding lead with an incredibly impressive backward snipe to hold off the opposing Waluigi at the end, who, wow, fell all the way down to 6th.
I mean, that's Mario Kart for you. You can go from the top 3 slots to the mid to the back of the pack with just 1 unfortunate item, and that's exactly what happened to Beastly Mustard there.
That's the way the cookie crumbles for poor Beastly Mustard. Like I said, I've got some of that in my fridge right now. Did not come in handy there for him, though. But Knight putting on a pretty quality performance. Gonna be happy with that, but Funny Name certainly gotta be thrilled. One race down and already with a decent lead in his pocket.
Absolutely. And like you said, it is not just you against the 9 other people that you have in your qualifier. It's you against 29 other people in this overall SNS. And the objective is to be in the top 22. That way you can guarantee yourself in the semifinals. And with a first place lead already, that's a great start for Funny Name. But let's see if we can continue that on as we're going to the second race, which is Sweet, Sweet Canyon.
Funny Name coming out of the gate strong here on Sweet, Sweet Canyon. I was trying to come up with a pun, but could not think of one in time.
Well, unfortunately, I guess he didn't have enough of a sweet tooth to work with.
No, he does not, as that coin is not going to do anything to help him getting hit by that red shell right at the end of that cannon blast. Now all the way down to 5th place, and Yoshi drafting perfectly behind him. And it's Beastly Mustard this time saying, it's Waluigi's time to shine.
Well, to be fair, Waluigi's time to shine did happen on Chi Chi Beach. It just wasn't his Waluigi.
Exactly, but that's what he wants. He wants it to be his Waluigi. As we see Imagine losing, gonna have to imagine losing a little bit himself right now, all the way back here in 9th. Gonna grab that double box as Yoshi though, and meanwhile up in 3rd, it's Pooch with the red shell. Got his eye on 2nd place, but he's in a battle with Knight 3rd and 4th right now, and here comes the blue shell.
And that blue shell is gonna target Beastly Mustard because he is currently in 1st place. I'm gonna say Imagine losing needs to start Imagine winning instead of losing.
No question about it, and Beastly Mustard gonna lose that 1st place spot. Coming in now is Kayun.
Kayun! And Kayun, like I said, unfortunately, but she did lose her items because of the shot, but she's gonna run right to the double item box right here to redeem herself in that. And because she's 2nd, she won't be able to get a coin, I believe.
Yeah, that's gonna be very big for her, grabbing the mushroom and the red shell at the same time. Gonna help her recover there. If anything, that shot came in maybe a little bit of a fortuitous time. If you have to take one, that's the spot to do it. Meanwhile, over in 6th place was Lubu, and now Knight, he's got double red shells. As Wolf would say, the mother-in-law shell sends one of them out now, trying to find that 1st place spot here in lap 3. Can he do it?
It's gonna be tricky though, because you see he finds a red shell, but if that red shell is going and it doesn't target Funny Name, which it did, I was gonna say, because sometimes the red shells can get confused, and if Funny Name was actually in the pink area and the shell went to the blue, then the shell would just absolutely miss him. But it looks like, unfortunately, Funny Name, no joke, gets hit by 3 consecutive red shells and dropped him all the way back to about the mid of the pack. Meanwhile, Knight gets 2nd place. I don't know who got 1st place. That was that villager.
I'm unsure of who that was.
It was Pooch!
Pooch! Pooch in 1st place. Knight takes 2nd, and just brutal there for Funny Name, as the triple red shells almost perfectly timed. Got a little bit lucky that only 2 of them ended up truly hitting, but oof, that was rough.
I think that was incredible, because like I said, because and you saw the scores, it brought him into the top 3 because of that, and caused 1st place to have a tie. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. And by the way, for those in the 2nd qualifier, which are Savgo, the Stain Guy, Free Dizzle, Gourmet, Geronimo, Immortal Man, Bear, the Roman numeral 13, not X the 3rd, Steelo, and Unicorn Rainbow, y'all better start getting ready for your qualifier because y'all coming up next.
Don't worry, unlike Wolf, I do know how Roman numerals work.
I hope so. But like you said, Pooch being able to get in that 1st place puts him in the top 3. And I figure because we have a smaller amount of people, I think as long as you can get like maybe a solid 15 points, that should be enough for you to make it into the semifinals tonight.
I definitely agree. The smaller player pool is going to give you a better chance. And now here we go. It's going to be Sunshine Airport. Pooch immediately down to 2nd place as one of the Waluigis over in 1st, but doesn't have the defense mechanisms to combat that red shell. But that's not going to matter as Pooch gets hit hard and drops all the way down to 8th place.
Yeah, unfortunately, Knight, who was at King Boo, dragged I believe that was a green shell on him, so that did bring him back. But to be fair, we are just getting started with the 1st lap of this race. So just because you're in 8th place now doesn't mean you're going to be staying in 8th place if you keep your effort up.
That's right. Mario Kart is so notorious for the ability to climb up and fall down the pack. You have no idea how many times I've been on that final turn only to get hit by a consecutive number of shells that just take me completely out of the running. And it's even developed into a strategy in this game where you'll see players purposely bagging and staying in place to get those great items, working their way up through the pack and then using them when they have the advantage.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Dominator over here, he's being dominated by nothing but items and is forced into the back of the pack because of that.
And he is going to have to climb his way up the pack quickly, and one great way he could do that is if he heads over to Findlay Volkswagen for honest, reliable service. Look to Findlay Volkswagen at the Valley Auto Mall for your car shopping needs, and that's going to be one way to grab a nice cart to get you up into first place as the shock's going to come in onto Kayun there. Oh, and a brutal time.
All right, for the record, that was an incredible plug. I could never have done that better. But unfortunately, that was a very unfortunate shot for K-Hoon and the likes of them, because not only did they get hit by the shot, not only did they fall, but they fell into the water, which means Legacy had to come back and pick them up, and it forces a lot of precious time because of that. And that's because now K-Hoon is still in second and middle back of the pack.
K-Hoon is going to have a lot of trouble there, but funny name. Lying in on that first place spot, got a red shell to try and make something happen until that shot comes in and gets rid of his offensive attack, but he's going to grab the double box here. Let's see if it can help him out. He's going to get triple mushrooms, very big when you're that small, and he's going to have a green shell. If he can pull off a very nice snipe, he still has a chance at something, but oh, it's going to be tough to get to the front of the pack here. He's going to send that shell the other way. He's got one last chance on this item roll to do it. He's going to get the triple mushroom and a red shell, but he's gonna have to use that at just the right time. No defense here for Knight, but he's not gonna matter. Knight is gonna take the race.
Great job by Knight, without a doubt. I mean, Knight is one of those players where, like we talked about before, Knight is usually known as the second chance king. I've only seen him lose maybe one or two SNSs overall in his SNSs, and it shows because he has the skill to work with both racing and for battling. And surprisingly, Knight's one of those people where he has not won an SNS in the past. And honestly, the way things are going tonight, I have a feeling that we might see a new SNS champion here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, we need our second round of qualifiers to head up to the backstage by the hype tunnel to get ready for their race. That is going to be Zoigo, the Stain Guy, Free Dizzle, Gourmet, Geronimo, Immortal Man, Bear, 13, Steelo, and Unicorn Rainbow.
How'd you pronounce that first one?
I was told that it's Zoigo.
No, it's Zavgo.
It's Zavgo. I was lied to.
Yes, it's okay. Don't worry, I've heard a lot worse. It's like people call me Warleakan, but you know, that's another thing.
I can't relate to that. Certainly would never make that mistake. Here we go for the fourth race here, and oh, we're going to Bowser's Castle. This is one of the tougher races on the game.
Absolutely. So the way Bowser's Castle works is right now, everything's going to act normal. The second lap, though, at the start, you saw we passed those Bowser attacks. Those are going to activate and lasers are going to start going on. And in the third lap, those lasers are going to start moving around, so it's going to get trickier and trickier and trickier as more time passes by.
The statues with the laser beams on them.
Attached to their mouths and not their heads. But, I mean, that's totally both if you really think about it. But unfortunately for Fire Blaster, he's being blasted by fire bars and needs to start catching up. Has Triple Mushroom to work with, though.
Meanwhile, it's going to be Imagine losing, still in 9th place. He's had a tough time imagining winning so far here in these heats. Might be a candidate for that second chance qualifier, but in the meantime, still could make something happen here. He's got a little bit of ground to cover, though, from 9th place.
Absolutely. We see Beasley Mustard, who was in the top 3 for a little bit, but he was starting to have some bad luck with the items, just getting hands left and right. Just like that, unfortunately, and it does force him a bit back in pass because of it.
That is going to be a rough shot to take. He's down all the way to 6th, trying to use that Fire Flower, get some shots. Going to get him to hit right back up into 4th, but he's got some ground to gain on the competitors in front of him still.
He's got to really be careful here. He almost got hit by that wrecking ball, but he's still going to get the double item box to work with here. And double item box is going to grant him a green shell and triple mushroom. That's going to really help him out, especially get him to the top 3 if he can use it right.
Yeah, that triple mushroom, if he uses it right, going to help him out immensely. But right now, if you look at that mini-map, a lot of space between him and the 3 players in front of him. And he needs to make that ground up quickly. He's only got a lap and a quarter or so to do it. Going to use those mushrooms well to get through that turn in quick speed. And now everybody's coming into view as he gets shocked. And that red shell is going to be on his warning indicator, but isn't going to be coming for him. Probably a very fortuitous, but oh, we talked about the statues with the laser beams, and there it is.
That's exactly what I'm saying. This track is trickier and trickier the more time passes by. That's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, Funny Name, who switched up to Donkey Kong, is now currently in first place. He really wants to keep himself after what happened to him in Sweet Sweet Canyon.
That was an absolute rough race for Funny Name, and he is doing very well. He is absolutely the DK Wrecking Crew right now. He's got a solid first place lead coming around the final turn.
But it's going to cost him his defense that red shell's going to come into play. He has only a coin to work with, so another red shell like that.
Oh!
It's a 40 to slow him down.
But the blue shell! The blue shell's coming! Is he gonna make it? He makes it!
Just barely.
Just over the line!
Just barely gets first place on that one.
Funny name. What? Talk about by a hair. Maybe an ape-sized hair, but a hair nonetheless.
You took the jug away from me, but yeah, you got that.
Wow, what a final race that was.
That was an incredible showing by Funny Name. Funny Name getting a first place, Knight getting a first place, Pooch getting a first place. I don't even know who Pooch is, but hey, a great job on him without a doubt. And
Yeah, we have a lot of talented racers from this first race. Just incredible. And we'll see what's going to happen. But right now, I'm being told for the second heat, we are currently missing Rainbow and Stain. So if you guys are here, please make your way up to the second floor. And I'm hearing that we now have them, so thank you very much for listening to me in a timely manner.
I mean, hope you gotta hope they're listening to us. I mean, we're the caster and the host, so we might as well be doing something right if they're actually listening to us.
Yeah, we would appreciate it, tuning in instead of tuning us out, although I get it.
I think the only time they should be tuning us out is if they're down there on the course racing. So.
No question about it, although I think Knight's been hearing me a little bit. We'll see if we can't get an interview with him in just a few moments, but what are some of your impressions from that first heat?
Like I said, Knight making a first place without a doubt, and I think he was staying in the top three the most out of all of them, along with Funny Name. Those two are usually known as our more veteran racers, so it definitely makes me happy to see that both of those racers, even Knight, because I don't think we've seen Knight. I mean, last year we saw him for the first time since COVID, and I think he struggled a little bit here and there, but now he seems like he really kicked off all that rust and is now back to form. So I would not be surprised to see him in the grand finals tonight.
He is an incredibly talented racer. He's, of course, involved a lot more on the pro scene in this game as well, making him one of the more knowledgeable guys that we're going to have here. But, of course, you and I talked about this pregame. Just the amount of knowledge that these players have, especially as someone like me who isn't necessarily, in all honesty, a phenomenal Mario Kart player. Nintendo has just this such mastery of making games that are easy to pick up, but impossible to master. And Knight is one of those people who's done that. The strategies that these players have is just so incredible. And the way that they've been able to figure out game mechanics, recognizing all of that as my mask falls further and further down my face here, it's just a fantastic thing to see the different strategies that they come out with. And we will talk more about that when we get back from this break. Don't go anywhere. Heat 2 coming up next.
In poker, they say if you can't spot the sucker at the table, it's you. In democracy, if you don't vote, we all pay the price. So stop being a fish. Go to gamers.vote and register now. I'm Lynn Gilmartin and I approve this message.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back in here on Saturday Night Speedway. I am here with Racer Knight for the Findlay Volkswagen post-heat race interview. Knight, how do you feel like you did? You certainly put on a great performance out there.
Yeah, I feel good so far. I always come in with very low expectations. I'm not in the right mindset, but I am always usually one of the best coming out of qualifiers, but it doesn't necessarily translate in the finals, so I gotta just work on being consistent, I think.
Now, Warliken mentioned you are known as the second chance king. Is that something you practice? Do you go over, are you playing in battle mode more often than maybe some of the usual competitors?
No, not at all. That was kind of a fluke. There was a test session way back in the day. This might have been back in November of a year or so ago. And I got good at it. And I think it was because I have a real racing background and the point of Shine Thief specifically, Baby Park's another thing, but it's just avoidance. And I did some racing and some stunt driving back in the day, so I know how to avoid people as they're coming near me, I guess.
Now that's really interesting. What kind of racing were you doing?
More dirt racing, so sliding around. So as far as drifting a little bit and knowing kind of where to slide and how to maximize it, that kind of helps a little bit.
2 wheels or 4 wheels?
4 wheels.
All right. Thank you so much for your time here. Best of luck moving forward, Knight. It has been an absolute pleasure. I'd shake your hand, but of course, social distancing rules here. Best of luck moving forward. In the meantime, we've got scores to give you. Up to Warliken with those.
Thank you very much, man. So it looks like we have for first place, it was a tie between Knight and Funny Day with 42 points. That's an incredible start out of a possible 48. Third is Pooch with 31 points. Fourth is Beastly Mustard with 28. Fifth is Cahu with 23. Sixth is Lubu with 22. Seventh is Imagine Losing with 15 points. Eighth is Rev Nuggy with 12 points. Ninth is Fire Blaster with 9 points. And the back of the pack is the Dominator with 8 points. So with that in mind, I would say without a doubt, the top 6 are more than likely going to be going on. Maybe the top 7 are going to be going on into the semifinals. Meanwhile, Rev Nuggy, Fire Blaster, and Dominator might have to be prepared for the second chance if that happens.
Yeah, that second chance battle going to be very important for some of these racers, maybe on the lower end of the scoreboard. Where would you say the magic number is for these qualifiers in Heat 2 and 3 that they're going to really want to be able to hit?
If you ask me right now, after looking at those scores that we just saw there, I would have to say the magic number had to be, ironically, 13 points or more.
All right, definitely a lower number given the lower number of players that we have out here right now. We are about to get ready to go into races here, just waiting on a couple technical difficulties that as always have to be solved in. But talking tonight, really interesting to hear that real racing background and how that comes into play, your ability to avoid other players, to know when to get out of the pack. That is something that is so crucial both in the game and in real life. We talked about it 2 weeks ago when you and I were up in the booth together about how NASCAR racers, some will adopt the philosophy of trying to stay out in front or trying to stay in the back of the pack and then climb their way up towards the end of the race. Because when you get into that middle zone, it can be so rough because not only are you getting the best items in the game, but you also are dealing with the fact that most of the items in the game are going to be aimed at you because you're in such close proximity to everybody else. How important is avoiding being in the middle of that pack?
It's a bit of a give and take, honestly. Like you mentioned, you explained it perfectly, honestly. It's a bit of a give and take, though, because there are going to be some items where you can't just avoid whatsoever. I mean, not everyone can predict every fireball that happens right in front of you, right behind, or on the side of you. Not everyone's going to predict every boomerang, every green shell, every red shell. The best thing you can do is probably just be prepared for it. You can't exactly avoid it, but the best thing you can do is probably be prepared for it. And Knight, like you mentioned, is one of those racers. He's also a former co-caster of mine. So actually before the COVID, he would be sitting with me on the booth on the side, and we'd be talking a bunch. And I had to say, out of all the races I know, Knight is one of those people where he definitely knows a lot about racing in general, and it shows right there, without a doubt.
No question it does, and it's always awesome to meet someone who is incredibly knowledgeable on the racing scene. Myself, I actually grew up around two-wheeled racing. We're getting ready to swap. We have to swap out a player here real quick, but as I was saying, I grew up around the world of two-wheeled racing, and some of the strategies that you see, it's not always like when you see in NASCAR, they're just going around a track a bunch of times, especially in something like Formula One, MotoGP, and even here in Mario Kart, the strategies that you're gonna take can be so important, and having that knowledge can be so crucial. And we're like, you know what other knowledge is really crucial?
What else?
The knowledge of what the best peripherals for gaming you can possibly get are, and they are none other than from our friends at HyperX, providing us all of the peripherals here tonight. Thank you so much to HyperX, our sponsor here.
You throw plugs a lot better than I ever would. I just want to say that for the record.
There's a whole class on plugs. There's a whole class on plugs in journalism school, my friend. They know how, you gotta know how to do it sometimes. You gotta know where your mouths are fed.
I mean, fair enough, and you're exactly right on that. And it sounds like the swap is going to have a Tigray coming in the second qualifier. So hopefully, Tigray, you're in the area. Hopefully, you can jump on the stage real quick and get ready and help us out here.
Yeah, we're going to have to see Tigray getting ready. Meanwhile, looking at these racers that are in Heat 2, any names jumping out to you right now?
Honestly, with this second qualifier, I would have to say we have. All right, let's list out exactly who we have here. We have Savgo, the Stain Guy, Free Dizzle, Gourmet, Geronimo, Immortal Man, Bear, 13, Roman numeral 13, Steelo, and Unicorn Rainbow. Honestly, this is an incredible qualifier. The fact that we have Immortal Man, Geronimo, Savgo, and Bear all in the same qualifier, those are the four to look out without a doubt, especially Bear. Bear has been, if you guys don't know, Bear is a streamer on Twitch for Mario Kart. I believe he is the 6th highest overall as far as views go. And I usually see his montages on Twitter all the time. Bear is a monster to look out for, and he's got the nickname the Sniper for a reason. He will throw a green shell at you. You think it would miss, it would just ricochet out the side before you even expect what happens. Bear is a crazy one to look out for.
Always watch out for bears, my friend. That is a lesson I learned the hard way in Lake Tahoe.
I mean, yeah, you're pretty much right, but yeah, this Bear is honestly a bear on the track without a doubt, minus the lack of speed.
That's not true. Bear's surprisingly fast. And you talk about the ability to hit a green shell properly. Is there any moment more satisfying in Mario Kart than maybe a well-placed and a well-timed lightning bolt than ricocheting a green shell just right and hitting an opponent that thought that they were safe?
Well, that, and honestly, being able to do a blue shell dodge without the super horn. Like using
that's
a mushroom to perfectly time a blue shell dodge. Not many people can really do it, but when they do, it is incredibly hype when you see it.
Now, we still have a few minutes here while we get everything set up. Can you explain exactly how it is that that happens? Because personally, I've always known that it is a possibility, but again, there's a reason I'm casting, not playing. It's not something that I'm able to do.
So, I mean, I personally can't say as much because I've done maybe like a couple times myself. Like, usually if I go to computers. So the way this works is that if you're in first place, the best case scenario is if you have a mushroom and you're in first place, the blue shell comes humming around you and it looks down. Right after it looks down and it starts to like slowly tilt back up, you fire up the mushroom and it's about 2 to 3 frames time to work with, and the mushroom forces you to go so fast that it dodges the explosion of the blue shell, and that's why it's called a blue shell dodge.
Well, how about that? I'm also being informed we did not have a player swap. They were able to get the problem fixed, and we are getting ready and getting set to go here, and it looks like we are going to be on Yoshi's Canyon?
Yoshi's Valley.
Valley.
You're close. So the easiest route, as you see here, they're just going straight left. You go left and left into this small shortcut, and you're going to take one of the faster routes without a doubt. The risk, though, is that everyone else knows this too. So do you have to fight all the traffic to try to go through everyone, or do you want to take an outer route and hope you get away from it?
Now, one of my favorite details about this map, we talked about it, I know you guys talked about it last week on screen, is the fact that back when it originally debuted on the N64, they couldn't have a mini-map for it. At first, I thought that that was just something cool that they do to give a little air of mystery to the fact that, hey, you've got a bunch of different twists and turns, you don't know where everyone's going to be, and that was supposed to be a kind of purposely done thing. You told me, however, that's not the case.
That is right. So the reason for behind it is because for the chemistry for back then, it wasn't able to process everything that was going on at one time, even with 8 races. Because there are so many different routes going on, the first place and like the top 4 get changed literally in microseconds. And because of that, the engine board couldn't exactly process exactly what's going on. So instead, the developers were like, you know what, instead of having to rely on that, we're going to make it random until someone has the finish line. And it shows who got first, second, third, fourth as they pass the finish line instead.
Meanwhile, we'll see Bear here in first place. You talked about him being the one to watch out for. He's got that green shell, able to use it as protection right now as he comes around the final turn. Red shell coming after him, not going to hit. He's going to expertly use that banana that was in his way to block the green shell, red shell, I should say.
Yeah,
and he is still here first.
That was incredible. He manipulated the trajectory of the red shell to actually aim for the banana as he was trying to go after Bear. So that, you don't see that very often. That's why I say Bear is one of the people to look out for. Ironically, Bear is also one of the people who has not won an SNS yet. So I would not be surprised if tonight is his night.
It could be. We could very well be seeing a first-time winner here tonight. There's Zovko now in third place. Managed to steal that mushroom using the boo. Gonna use it right before those items, and now we move up to first place, and look who it is! It's Geronimo!
The best week in Vegas, ladies and gentlemen, and you can tell here, with the best defense to work with, Geronimo! Getting first place.
Comfortably into the lead there and into first place for that win. And he's a name you definitely have to look out here the rest of the night. Geronimo is one of those guys fully capable of taking this whole competition.
Geronimo is a former 3-time SNS champion. There's no doubt that if you're in a qualifier with him, aside from the win, because let's face it, best week in Vegas for a reason, he is an incredible competitor without a doubt, and it shows right there, being able to get first place.
And just a great race all around. Honestly, a little surprised there. Bear kind of disappearing towards the end. He had his chance there. And that was probably the best move of the race, was his dodge of that red shell, using the banana, saving his green shell for the protection. But Geronimo knowing what he had to do and making the right moves to come out on top there.
Absolutely. I was taking a small peek. It looked like he got third place. So that was still a great start for a returning Bear. So I would say that's still... Even though he didn't get first, and he slipped up a little bit, he still managed to redeem himself, staying in the top 3. I would not be surprised to see him going on to the semifinals.
Well, he's going to have to bear down here in the second race as we get ready, and it looks like we're going to Thwomp Ruins.
I see what you did there with that bear pun, by the way.
Yeah.
And you see, unfortunately, it looks like Geronimo did peel up, and I think that was intentional. Geronimo looks like he's actually going to be bagging this one.
I don't know, that might have been intentional, the same way I intentionally left my name off of my high school test scores.
But you see here, because he's back, he has still a mushroom to work with. Meanwhile, Free Dizzle currently in third place, fires off the mushroom, now it's some defense to work with. But the question is, will he use it to hold it, or try to fire up and Zovko, who's currently in first place right now?
I think he's going to hold on to it because he's aiming for that single box, and he's going to take that here. He has a chance to try and get him down out around this corner, but not gonna do it just yet, taking his time, playing it patiently on this first lap. Meanwhile, 13 in 9th right now. He's got the double red shell. He's gonna hit a nice one there to move up into 8th place, but gets slowed down there by the grass. But he's gonna have a lot of time to build up to speed as he grabs this single box and still has 1 red shell left to work with.
But he's got a lot of ground to cover because that gap between 8th and 7th is pretty massive. So he's got to use like a bullet or something to really catch up to that mid-pack. Meanwhile, Steelo is currently in 4th place as his Bowser Jr. line. That's watch out for the blue side he does. And you know that's going to really throw off Zovko as we're going to, as he's getting these last item boxes here.
Yeah, it's going to be big for Zovko. Maybe he's going to try and wait it out, get to that, let someone else take that for him, but that's a very big risk to take. Still got 1 more lap to go, though. Meanwhile, Geronimo in 5th place here as the blooper comes out, but he is very well positioned in 5th as he's going to grabbing that superstar, using it to make that turn, knocks out a player, moves all the way up into 2nd. That is a very well-used star.
That was a very beautiful time because it wipes away the blooper ink, it makes it get its top speed immediately, and it causes it to cut through any kind of traction without a doubt. That's why I was able to do all the short cuts. And you see that Zovko, unfortunately, is starting to get slowly swallowed into the mid-pack, has to really get out of there as we're getting to this last lap. Meanwhile, Bear, unfortunately, gets hit by the red shell, and the blue shell is going to touch him, and it is going to blow up in his face. But it looks like it's Geronimo!
Geronimo takes advantage of the too busy trying to prevent forest fires, takes second place instead. Oh, what a rough one for him.
But you saw Geronimo perfectly did bagging. That was bagging at its finest right there. Intentionally staying in the back of the pack, using his items perfectly, and you saw it paid off in the end. A little luck helping out with the blue shell, the red shell at the end, but it still ended up helping him out all in the long run.
No question about it. That was a great bagging job right from the beginning. Like you said, he was able to take 10th and go pole to pole all the way up to first place and taking it away right there at the end. What a narrow finish. And now that's two very, very close finishes that Geronimo's been able to pull out. And 2 races in with 2 first place victories all but guarantees you a spot coming up in the semis already.
Absolutely. And speaking of qualifiers, we do have one more left to go. So with that in mind, Jinx, Rock Bottom, Sports Joey, Riding My Pidgey, Glitch, Tigray, Air Boom, Kiro, Squidgy, and Purple Suit Dude get to the top, get the second floor and get ready for it. Meanwhile, Geronimo looks like we're actually getting started with the third race.
Geronimo came prepared. I feel bad because Geronimo came prepared for Good Wolf to be here tonight, clearly with that t-shirt on.
Yeah, that's very true. But you see right now, we're getting started with the third race of 4 and the second qualifier. And it's Royal Raceway. I'm not surprised he's not bagging for this one.
Yeah, this is a very common bagging course because of all of the spaces and opportunities you have. There's a little bit more item boxes to work with. Of course, got this big jump right over here. But instead of bagging, he's going to opt to jump right out in front. And Zavko, oh, that's a rough one.
He gets hit not only by I think that was a green shell hit him, he also gets hit by a banana peel. And he gets screened down the double item box as he's stuck into this mid-pack here. Meanwhile, Kilo, he's starting to slowly creep up. I think that's Zavko or someone else, and 6th place. Trying to play and Triple Mushroom to work with.
Stilo trying to make it happen here. Meanwhile, up in 4th place is Gourmet. Got some Gourmet cooking. Maybe can use that to heat up the way to first place. 3 in front of her to work with.
And honestly, Gourmet is another one of those races to look out for. Last time we saw her was she had to do a tiebreaker against 2 Lit to Quit at Florida City Baby Park. You know she wants to get back in the grand finals after unfortunately losing her, to him a couple weeks ago. And it looks like right now Bear, who was at first place the last lap of the last race, is now in 3rd place. And Sportstar catching up to, looks like, I don't know, looks like a few other people here. It looks like the last lap when he started, and he's right now trying to get out of the top 3 spot, trying to get to first place. Blue Shell's out of play, is going to go after Geronimo. And you saw Geronimo intentionally slow down, trying to get someone into the explosion, but unfortunately no one was in it. But he's still fighting for the top spot here.
He's still got a good chance. He's got to hold off this competition, but he could very well do it here. Last lap coming up on the final jump. Couple more turns after that to go, but he's got a banana peel for defense. Could make this work, but he's probably going to need to draw something better than a coin here out of this final item box that he's going to run into.
We'll see what happens.
Nope, it's going to be the coin, but he's got one more chance coming around this final turn. Got a lot of space to work with.
Geronimo! 3 for 3!
Wow, what a performance. I don't care that it's 10 racers to a heat. Anytime you can go 3 for 3 to start off, you are in a phenomenal position. Geronimo coming in hot tonight. Let's see that wake, Geronimo. You're on camera right now.
Hey, thank you, Jerry! I love the wake so much.
He is such a talented racer. Now, you would know better than I do. How many Saturday Night Speedways does he have to his name?
He has 3. 3 SNSs. The last one was over a year ago, so honestly, he is due for a win. And if he can keep this up, he can definitely get his 4th win without a doubt. But he's got one more race to go, and honestly, this is going to be interesting. Because if he gets first place here, this is going to be at least his 2nd time around where he gets the perfect run. Perfect run being all first places in all your qualifiers. I've only seen him do that one other time before. And it's going to be on the Switch Rainbow Road for the last race.
At the risk of alienating some of the crowd here, as I know that certain terms don't quite carry over from one event to another, he could be going for a triple crown here if he can get through the qualifiers, semis, and finals without a loss.
All right, we'll see what happens. Like I said, he is comfortably going on to the semifinals with at least 36 points to his name. but you know he wants to add to that and potentially add a little feather to his cap with that perfect run if he can get it here tonight.
Meanwhile, Zavko in second place. No, it's going to be a Mortal Man now in second place. They're in a battle for second. That's going to be a great use of the bumper to trigger that speed boost. And oh, we just
great
mistimed
use
it.
of the jump!
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, no racers have lined up for the third heat yet, which is a very big problem if you want to race. So we will have the names read off here. Jinx, Rock Bottom, Sports Joey, Riding My Pidgey, Glitch, T-Gray, Air Boom 54, Kiro, Squidgy, and Purple Suit Dude. Please go up top before the hype tunnel and meet Osiris so that we can keep the races going. Meanwhile, Zavko is keeping it going in first place right now, trying to ruin Geronimo's perfect run.
And unfortunately, Unicorn Rainbow, she's got to really catch up here. But she does fall off along with Stain Guy. This honestly is the reason why Switch River Road has been one of the harder tracks. There's so many twists and turns that if you're not prepared for it, you're going to fall off just like what happened there.
You gotta watch out. The Stain Guy, I feel your pain. I was known as the Stain Guy at one of my offices, all because of one shirt.
Well, there we have it. You see Geronimo, who was the ready to turn red, has to be very careful. Unfortunately, more of that, he's also getting swallowed into the pack. Has to really start working his way to the top and starting this last lap here.
Meanwhile, Bear is going to be up in third place, still playing as Roy. Going through the cannon here, gonna get the double box. Let's see what he can do with that, but Gourmet up in second, still trying to cook her way to the first place. Zavko already in first.
But he's got to watch out for that blue shell that's coming into play right about now. He wants Banana Peel. Blue shell goes boom. And it looks like the bomb's going to make go boom. What a bomb throw!
Personal Gourmet finish.
A ricochet bomb throw to celebrate her first place. Unfortunately, Geronimo's not a perfect run, but I think it still guarantees her first place. Great showing by Gourmet, though, in that last race, though.
No question, and just like that, if I'm not mistaken, 3, if not all 4 of the races from this heat had photo finishes with a last place with someone who was not in first, coming around the final corner, coming around to take it.
That's pretty much the way to put it, honestly. I think Geronimo had a couple of dominating first places, I think in Yoshi Valley and at Royal Raceway. But yeah, the other 2 races were definitely just photo finishing, close runs. Geronimo honestly just dominated the entire qualifier without a doubt. But Gourmet definitely honorable getting the first place without a doubt. So great job on both of them.
No question about it. Now the big question though, maybe not Geronimo's race, but no question it was Geronimo's heat. Do you think that he can carry that into the semis?
I mean, like I said, we're talking about a former 3-time SNS champion. You know he wants to get a 4th one under his belt. He has the experience to work with. He has the ability to work with. It's just a matter if he can actually do it going into the semifinals later on tonight.
Now, who's someone else who you think might be worth keeping an eye on here from that last heat out of those performances?
Oh, absolutely going to be Savio and Dare. Those 2 are definitely known as great SNS competitors. Ironically, both of them don't have an SNS win under their belt, but both of them honestly are due for SNS victories. And if they can, the problem is that they have to really watch out for Geronimo. They have to watch out for Glitch. There's a lot of people that really look out for, but as long as they can keep a good effort tonight, I can definitely see them at least making the top 3, if not getting the first SNS tonight.
Gonna be a great race to follow. We have Heat 3 coming up in just a bit, but first, please stay tuned for these messages. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back into Saturday Night Speedway here at the HyperX Esports Arena in the beautiful Luxor Hotel and Casino. I'm Thomas Viola, and joining me right now is a very special guest, our own bartender. David, how are you doing tonight?
I'm having a great night. It's good seeing all our SNS customers again. It's been a couple of months. I've missed you guys. So it's been fun.
That's right, it has been a couple of months. We haven't been able to have you here serving us some awesome drinks. We haven't been able to have all these good times in Arena, but we're back, and tonight we want you to showcase one of your signature drinks. What have you brought for us here?
We're doing one of my Saturday Night Speedway Easter eggs. This is the pink gold peach, and let's get into it.
All right, so what exactly is involved in this particular drink as you're making it here?
All right, we're gonna start with some Crown Apple. It's a little sweet. It's a little taste of that, and then we're gonna go into some peach schnapps because peach. Finish that up with some lemon juice. Needs a little citrus in there. Cranberry for a splash of color.
So how long have you been a bartender here?
Since opening day. Day one, we were here. That was quite a night. We did a bunch of show matches, and we had, big party for that. I've been here for pretty much every event we've done at the arena. I've gotten to meet some of my favorite streamers and producers from most of my favorite games. Definitely coolest job I've ever had.
I definitely agree. Working here is absolutely awesome. Meanwhile, Warliken, up there, what's your favorite drink, my man?
My favorite drink?
Yeah.
You're talking to a guy who has usually a sugar-free Red Bull or 5 next to me, so I guess it'd be sugar-free Red Bull. But if we're talking alcoholic, then honestly, I'm a sucker for rum and coke. I love rum in general, so add a little rum to my drink and I'll be a happy pirate.
It's a pirate's life for me as well, my friend. But what exactly is this new drink going to taste like, and do you think Warliken would be willing to switch to it?
It's sweet, it's got just a little bit of kick to it, it's smooth, it's kind of the perfect thing to just sit down and relax with and watch a race.
I might have to try that later on tonight.
Well, I think I'm going to have
good.
to try it right about now, if you don't mind. Oh, that is quite delicious. Meanwhile, scores are ready. Warliken, over to you.
Thank you very much, man. So it looks like at first place, we got Geronimo with 44 points out of a possible 48. Second is Samka with 34 points. Third is Bear with 28 points. Fourth is Gourmet with 27. A tie for fifth between Free Dizzle and Roman numeral 13 with 23 points. Seventh is Immortal Man with 22 points. Eighth is Steela with 13 points. Ninth is Unicorn Rainbow with 11 points, and the back of the pack is Stain Guy with 7 points. So honestly, I would say that Immortal Man up is going to be going to the semifinals. We might see Steelo into the second chance, or he might be going into the semifinals just by a hair, but we'll see what happens after this last qualifier.
Final qualifier, no doubt, but wow, Geronimo, this close, an eye length close to being a perfect score. What a showing from him.
Absolutely, and like I said, Geronimo being a former 3-time SNS winner, it just shows right there. His performance, it reflects his championships without a doubt.
I mean, he's just one of those talented players, and there were so many in that heat. But now let's shift our focus ahead to this third heat. Who do you have your eye on here in our final qualifier?
So let's do the roll call first. We have Jakes, Rock Bottom, Sports Joey, Riding My Pidgey, Glitch, T-Gray, Air Boom, Kiro, Squidgy, and Purple Suit Dude. Out of all 10 of those, the biggest one to look out for is Glitch. Glitch is a current 12-time SNS champion. And he's part of what I like to call the double-digit club with him and Samuel. And both of them are just incredible racers. Unfortunately, Samuel's not here tonight. So Glitch is the #1 racer to look out for here tonight.
Now, I'm no expert, and I cannot confirm nor deny, but Purple Suit Dude Sounds an awful lot to me like it's Kevin Bacon from Footloose, so I'd watch out for him tonight.
I mean, we'll see what happens. The problem, though, is that movie was like 30 years ago, so that could be a bit out of date for tonight. But, I mean, I can still respect a good purple suit when I see one, so I can definitely understand that.
Hey, they remade it in 09. Some people here should have watched it. Someone's got to like the classics, right?
That's very true, and it looks like for the second time tonight, we're going to Cheap Cheap Beach. Woo! And riding my Pidgey currently on screen, like I said, another race to look out for. He's part of he's also one of those races where, even though he doesn't have an SNS win under his belt, he still is a very dangerous race to look out for. About as dangerous about getting hit as being by a dried green shell, like what happened there.
He's going to have to round this turn and make up a lot of ground, but he's, of course, got a lot of time to do it. He's going to get 4 mushrooms for his trouble there.
Those 4 mushrooms are definitely going to get him up a position or 2 as he's going to the last item boxes of this lap. Tigray, another name to look out for. Tigray, for those that don't know, he also is a name to look out for. Usually, I believe he's a former SRG member, which is Stormcrest Gaming. For those of you that don't know, we do have a couple of racing teams here. SRG, which is Stormcrest Gaming, is one of those names to look out for. Airboom is another name to look out for, a name we have not seen since before the COVID. And let's just say that out of all the races here, Airboom's definitely the most animated of all of them.
I'd also like to point out we do have one dance team in company.
No, it's not a dance team.
Their Twitter still says otherwise.
No, no, they got rid of the dance part. It's not a dance team. They're the Pirate Hackers. They're definitely a great racing team, but no, they're not a dance team.
They've got some moves here, though. We'll see if Sports Joey can put on the moves coming around the second to last turn on the second lap. Gonna get hit hard, but he's got that Piranha Plant to help him through that pack there. Meanwhile, riding my Pidgey all the way up to 4th place, trying to get that red shell, going on to the competitor just above him, but not going to be able to get it to work as the green shell defense works to perfection, and now Pidgey just stuck in 4th, and gets hit by Glitch. What a phenomenal green shell going backwards.
Yeah, that was a backwards shell side. You don't see those very often, but when you do, they hurt because you just don't see it coming until literally the last second. That's exactly what happened to Pidgey. Unfortunate for him. But it looks like Glitch is going to be on the top 3 slot as we're going to this final stretch here. Aldo got 1st place, but Glitch came 3rd, something good without a doubt.
And Glitch with a very nice performance, finishing off in 3rd place here. Not really the end of the world. You have to be happy with a podium finish this early on in your first race of the qualifying heat, and a very well-raced race from him overall. Riding my Pidgey has to be a little bit bitter that he wasn't able to get around him on that turn.
That's very true. Now, usually with Glitch, I will admit, one thing that Glitch likes to do is that he saves his energy for these qualifiers, because like I said, he is a seasoned veteran. He has the most amount of wins here tonight on all the races that we have here tonight. So my guess is he's saving his energy for the semifinals and for the grand finals, where he's really going to push himself to get, hopefully, his 13th win here tonight. Very ironic number, if you ask me.
Now you just have to watch out while chasing that elusive number 13. Maybe if you take a little bit too much off the gas, you wind up in those second chance qualifiers. Not a spot you want to be in. You don't want to leave that up to chance, as our buddy Sports Joey is very familiar with.
That's very true. Sports Joey, a couple weeks ago, unfortunately, did get into the second chance. He was literally seconds away, but just one bad item box, one bad item brought him out of the second chance and just got him straight eliminated. And looking at the second race going to Cheeseland, this is a bagger's paradise track. Ironic for Glitch because he is usually a bagger, but he's actually front running this one.
Sometimes you gotta keep him guessing, and that's what he's gonna do here. He's got a coin and a green shell for his troubles. The coin not gonna do a whole lot, but of course keeping it until later on, gonna help him with that coin distribution. Gonna pop it right there, grab the new double box.
And gets double banana to work with, definitely gonna help him out. Meanwhile, Sports Joey, I don't know why I can't hear his sound, honestly, but he's right now stuck in the mid-pack and misses the item boxes.
Oh!
Meanwhile, Airboom is right now in 4th place, and like I said, Airboom is one of those people where we usually see him in the second chance semifinal. It'll be interesting when we actually see him go to the grand finals here tonight, because it would be his first grand finals if that so happens.
And we will see. He does want to make it to that elusive grand final. Meanwhile, Tigray in 5th place right now, but has that star to work with. But
and it
that
gets
is
worse
rough.
as he falls off the track. It forces Lakitu to pick him up. Costs some precious time and precious coins because of it.
Meanwhile, Purple Suit Dude, who clearly is not Kevin Bacon, going to be in 6th, but is going to have that golden mushroom and is going to be using it to burn through these turns right here.
I'm also disappointed that he's not actually wearing a purple suit.
That would have been pretty phenomenal.
But it looks like right now, Riding My Pidgey currently in 3rd place, gets ink in the face because of the blooper, but has some great defense to work with, and a mushroom in case anything does happen. Meanwhile, Glitch is still in 1st place since we started this race, and he doesn't overlap someone, it looks like.
Wow, Glitch going for a lap. That is incredible. How often do we see that? Virtually never in this game.
It's very rare we see that happen, but it looks like Glitch overlapped that 10th place and gets 1st place on this one.
Wow, what a performance. Glitch is leaving it all out there right now. He is taking no prisoners so far tonight.
That's why I said Glitch is a threat to look out for. It shows right there, getting a 3rd place in the 1st race and a 1st place in the 2nd race. That should put him around the top part of the board, along with the likes of maybe Kiro and Riding My Pidgey. I don't know exactly, but it looks like I said, Glitch is out for blood tonight, and he wants his 13th win.
That he does. Meanwhile, there were some impressive racers in that track, but they simply got lost in the shuffle because of the fact that Glitch lapped a player. That never happens. Just incredible. We've got a wave hello there from our competitor here in booth 1. And this has just been Glitch putting on a show here tonight.
Well, you have to realize that we still have 2 more races to go, and anything can happen in those 2 races. I think Kiro was the one who got 1st place on that 1st race, so it looks like it might be him and Glitch fighting for the top spot. I don't know. We have to double check that as we're getting done with all these.
Yeah, it's going to be a big dog fight. Very curious to see how the scores are going to shake out after these next 2 races as we get into the 3rd one here, and it's going to be Jinx in 2nd place to start us off.
And this is Yoshi Circuit. This is another one of those tracks where if you're a bagger, you can enjoy this one because it's a nice little shortcut and hops to work with. But it looks like everyone's just going to be front running against, so maybe just throws the lead on the back as you see the mini map. But right now it looks like it's a dogfight for first between Jinx, the starting car, which I'm assuming is Riding My Pidgey, and if I'm going to guess, I mean that Tigray fighting for the top spot as well.
Now, an interesting fact, do you know why this course is called Yoshi Circuit?
Because it's shaped like a Yoshi?
No, it's actually because the developer's son's favorite character is Yoshi. The circuit's shape, complete coincidence.
Really?
No.
Oh. All right, you would have tricked me on. I'm not gonna lie, you would have got me on that one if that wasn't true, but yeah. Well, right on the screen is Kiro in 3rd place. You see he has that Pirate Hacker shirt on. Like I said, he's known as a great racer, and Pirate Hacker's one of the top racers. Meanwhile, Glitch is in 9th place, and look where he is. He's the back of the pack, bagging it up. He's probably gonna fire the bullet bill right in this waterfall, and he does.
Now, the strategy there with that bullet bill is he gets you through multiple shortcuts here on Yoshi Circuit. And now we see we actually have 3 bullet bills active at the same time right now.
And not only that, the bullet bill is arguably the best item in the world. Unfortunately for Glitch, he did get hit by a red shell. It's one of the best items in the world because it literally gives you cruise control. It just does everything for you. It gives you invincibility. It gets to go at a top speed. And it just gets rid of any items that would try to stop you. Meanwhile, Jinx is right now stuck in 5th place, has to really start catching up to the front of the back, but is getting hit by multiple items left and right.
Kiro, meanwhile, holding things down in 1st place very well. He's going to drop that banana right on the double box. Oh, but he's not going to be able to use any of the items he gets due to that lightning bolt. However, it also blocked the red shell from hitting him, so silver linings, I suppose.
I mean, that's very true. That was also a very well-timed shot. Fired off right when both, I think that was Tigray and Kiro who are fighting for 1st place right now. Fired off the shot right when they got the item box, so it makes them very vulnerable. Meanwhile, it looks like Kiro is going to be getting 1st. No, he gets hit by a red, and Tigray steals it away from Kiro.
What a...
That was an incredible red shell combo. Had 2 red shells to work with. Fires off one of them to get rid of Kiro's defense. Fires off the second one right when Kiro was trying to get first place, trying to cut through the grass, but unfortunately gets stopped up because of it. And why do you have, what am I looking at here?
You can't be too safe out there from the coronavirus, Warlykin. Always be prepared. Remember, everybody, always wear your mask.
Okay then. I have nothing else to say. My hat's better. That's all I'm gonna say.
Meanwhile, guys, I am going to need a couple special competitors coming up in just a little bit to help out. We've got a little bit of a trivia challenge with a little bit of a very nice prize if you're a Nintendo Switch fan to give away here. If I could get like 3 or 4 people to come along here before this last race, that would be awesome. Just head on down. Obviously, social distance yourself right around here. But we are going to be getting ready for second chance battles, and we will be doing the trivia contest in that meantime.
So this is the last race of the last qualifier, and it's going to be at the N64 Rainbow Road. This is a special track, because this is not a lap-based track, thankfully, because if it was like the N64 Rainbow Road of olden days, this would be a very long track as we're commentating here, but this is just going to be a section-based track. So we're going to have one giant lap of this Rainbow Road, and that's going to be it, because let's face it, N64 Rainbow Road is one of the longest tracks in the game if you were to go by its life. Meanwhile, James right on screen in 5th place and actually gets lucky that it looks like 2 people got hit by that bouncing Jake chop. Goes up to 5th place. Meanwhile, Squishy is right now in 6th place trying to catch up to the spin pack. Unfortunately gets sniped by the bomb. Puts it back to 7th place because of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our 4 competitors. Thank you so much. We'll be ready for that. But first, Air Boom here in 7th place, trying to make his way up the pack. And we look at Kiro in 4th. Sees to it, all 3 of the competitors in front of him, grabs a nice red shell, can't quite hit on the snipe, but then gets hit with a red shell of his own.
Unfortunately, got rid of that banana peel a little too soon, costing himself a couple of breaks because of that as we're getting to the final section of this last race here.
And like you said, section-based track here. Riding my Pidgey in 3rd place. He's got a mushroom and a green shell to use. Sports Joey back in 8th, trying to climb his way up. Is a very congested pack here. Not a lot of separation. Rock bottom, living
it's literally rock bottom. He might start flying up that mushroom, that star, and that lightning bolt right now, but Jace is the one to look at because she got 1st place right at the last second, it looked like, too.
What a finish there by Jinx. Absolutely incredible. And that is going to do her very well, as it looks like that's definitely going to be enough of a spot to put her on into the semis without having to go through second chance here.
Absolutely. I think, honestly, it's very interesting, too, because I think this was the only qualifier where the 1st place was different for every single race. We had Kiro, Glitch, T-Gray, and Jinx.
Yeah, very different. We've seen a lot of dominance through the first 2 heats, but then here in Heat 3 instead, it has been anybody's race, and those scores are going to be very, very interesting.
We'll see what happens, honestly, but I think that was an incredible job by, like I said, those 4 people that I just mentioned, without a doubt. I think Riding My Pidgey was still staying in that top 3 slots also. So it's safe to say those 5 people are going to be, without a doubt, going to the semifinals.
What was that, Matt?
I think it's going to be safe to say that those 5 are going to be going to the semifinals, without a doubt. I don't know what happened to my mic.
I heard you. I agree. Those 5 very good semifinal competitors. Going to be interesting to see. But first, of course, we have the second chance races coming up next. But I believe that we have a message first, too.
We do have a message? Oh, yeah, that's right. So let's take a moment to actually talk to our friends about Gamers.vote real quick. So during the entire month of July, Gamers.vote partners are creating a Gamers Vote-a-thon during which any and all streamers will be encouraged to use Gamers.vote, the tools on the major streaming platforms, which can be Twitch right here, YouTube, and Facebook, to register as many people as possible. So go to Gamers.vote to learn more and register to vote. I think it's going to be very important to be voting here, especially for this election, if you ask me.
All right, I think that we are just about ready here, and we look about socially distanced. I'd say that's about 6 feet apart. Let's have a round of applause here for our competitors in the Trivia Challenge. So the way we'll do this, you get to answer a question. You get it right, you move on. You get it wrong,
you're out.
Sorry, you're out. We don't have that many questions, so please get some of these wrong. But in the meantime, all right, how are we going to do this? Let's do it by age from youngest. So how old are you, Mario? 10. Do I hear younger than 10?
I doubt it.
All right. How old are you, periodic table of Mario? 12. Do I hear 12? All right. Are one of you younger than 16? Boom, there we go. Mario periodic table, Mario mask. We've got a lot of theme tonight. And then the 49er eat, sleep, golf, repeat over there. I respect that, my man. So here you go. First question here for you, Mario. Charles Martinet is known as the voice of Mario, but he's voiced more than just him. How many characters does he voice? Your options are 4, 5, 6, or 7. That is incorrect. Sorry, thank you for playing. You can walk out that way so that you know. Yeah, there you go. Periodic table, your chance to steal. Charles Martinet is known as the voice of Mario, but he's voiced more than just him. How many main characters does he voice? Your choices are 5, 6, or 7. In this specific franchise. If you can name them all, I will go to the ATM and give you $100. The fact that you have to count this still impresses me. All right, you got 7 seconds here. 6, 5, 4. You're right, it's 6. You're moving on. All right. Next question. Which two stages have been featured in every Mario Kart? Your choices are Royal Raceway, Bowser's Castle, DK Jungle, Rainbow Road, Donut Plains, and Baby Park. You have to pick 2, obviously. Rainbow Road and Bowser's Castle, that is easily correct. All right. Question number 3, over there. Mario makes a tiny cameo in 2 Legend of Zelda games, but in what form? In person, as a sculpture, as a portrait, or as an engraving? I'm afraid you are incorrect, my friend. Thank you so much for playing. Okay. In Super Mario RPG, Yoshi had to I don't know if you guys can hear Warlykin laughing maniacally in my ear, but I sure can. In Super Mario RPG, Yoshi had to race a blue Yoshi wearing sunglasses. What was his name? Was it Goshi, Boshi, Doshi, or Koshi?
Boshi.
Say it one more time.
Boshi.
That's correct. This kid knows his stuff. All right.
He's been practicing.
Now here's a real one for you. Waluigi debuted in which game?
Waluigi!
Mario Superstar Baseball, Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Tennis, or Super Mario Strikers?
Mario Tennis.
That is correct, Mario Tennis!
These guys are good.
I know, I'm starting to get worried. In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, how many different color Yoshis are there?
Oh, this one's easy.
He didn't even need it. He didn't even need the multiple choice. He got it right off the bat. 9 it is.
I gotta get harder questions.
Start thinking up more, dude, because I'm running out down here.
Yeah, give me a moment.
Name the 7 Koopalings.
Oh, that's easy. Is that what I heard over there?
Yes.
That's easy. Roy, Morton, Lemmy, Wendy,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3. All right, chance to steal for the win, my man.
Larry, Roy, Lemmy, Iggy, Morton, Wendy, Ludwig.
What was the last one?
Ludwig.
He got him. All righty then, we have our winner. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you so much. If I could kindly have you exit this way, let me tell you what you've won, my friend. You have won a HyperX Charge Play Clutch Kit. This is a charger and case for the Nintendo Switch. Enjoy, my man. Thank you all so much for playing. We have second chance battles coming up right after this. Warliken, are you excited, my man?
I'm always excited for a second chance. Why wouldn't I be?
Well, that actually might be because of all the sugar-free Red Bulls. You really should get your heart checked out, dude.
Well, maybe, but I'm honestly an anomaly as is with the amount of Red Bulls I drink per night here. I think I'm at 5 last I checked.
All right, we have the second chance finalists ready, so we will be right back after this. Nope, we are going to call them up here.
Let's call them up.
We gotta
Let's call them
up.
up. Don't go to commercial yet. Let's call them up.
I jumped the gun. Let's see. We have Steelo, Reverend Nuggy, Unicorn Rainbow, Fire Blaster, Purple Suit Dude, the Dominator, the Stain Guy, and Rock Bottom. Now we can go to a break. We will be right back after these messages.
Stakes are always high on the World Poker Tour, but nothing like the stakes riding on this election in November. At Gamers.vote, we know that everything we care about, how the rules get made, and who makes those rules can change when more of us register and vote. The exciting thing is, our voice is growing. Register today at Gamers.vote. Everybody, and welcome back on in here. We are getting ready for the second chance battle, but before we do that, we have a couple special competitors
coming in to play a special version of Findlay Volkswagen Don't Drink and Drive. Now, the rules are very simple. All you have to do is finish your Mario Kart race and finish your drink, but we're responsible here, so we're gonna be using water. Let's meet our competitors first. Starting, how's your night going, my friend? What's your name?
Doing good. My name is David.
What was that?
David.
All right, David. And how about you over here, sir? Igor. War Lycan has a message for us real quick while we get set up. War Lycan,
What's up?
do you have a message for us?
Do we have a message for us?
I was told you have a message for us.
I did not know. I mean, I'm not. There's no direct communication, but I apparently know what the second chance is going to be. But I want to wait because I want to see what exactly you're planning down there. Because it looks like you always have
Rev
some kind of
Nuggy is
concoction going
missing,
on.
War Lycan. That is the problem right now.
Probably, I don't know. But it looks
No,
like
that
what
is
are you
the
doing
problem.
out
Will Rev Nuggy please come to the HyperX tunnel? Meanwhile, we are going to get started with the action here. I need you to press L and R on your controller. There you go. And now we're ready to go. So you just press this button right here. And let's get your waters. Here's one for you. You can grab that other one. And then if you just press A and get ready here, press A one more time. And it's gonna be very simple. Hit A, and we'll go right into it. You've got one race. The rules are simple. Finish your drink before you finish the race. Winner's gonna get a very nice prize. Hit A one more time and start us up. The only rule is you can't be driving while you drink the drink, and you have to finish the race after your drink has been finished. Again, we are responsible, and our friends at Findlay Volkswagen remind you to drink responsibly. We are only using water here. And here we go. We are getting set off in Neo Bowser City. We are still missing Rev Nuggy. You will be DQ'd if you are not up at the hype tunnel in 30 seconds. Rev Nuggy, please go get ready for your race. Meanwhile, we are off. We are off and running, and one player having a little trouble. Looks like Igor there in the back. Both players employing a very different strategy. Sometimes you have players who like to drink right at the start. Sometimes you have players wait till the end. It looks like that's what we have our competitors here tonight doing. Neo Bowser City, definitely a tough track to be on, but Igor has managed to use the bagging technique very well, War Lycan, as he's gotten all the way up to fourth. Remember, he's smartly stopping to drink while he fell off, taking his chance. Controller down. Oh, they're both trying.
And auto acceleration on.
It's not working out for him very well, though. He's still stuck back in 11th place. Let me tell you, I am thankful they're not behind the wheel of a real car right now.
Yeah, that's very true. I can definitely give you that much right now.
David's really struggling with this. Meanwhile, Igor's all the way over on to lap 2 here.
Yeah, right now, just a dominating performance for Igor. And
Status of the water, they've both taken drinks. So their plan right now, they've been drinking while they've been falling off the track, which is actually kind of a genius strategy. Both cups are at about halfway right now, and we're about halfway through the race. I'm getting thirsty myself just looking at him. But wow, Igor all the way up to 2nd place. Meanwhile, David has been climbing. He's all the way back up into 8th. And this could be getting interesting here as we get set on the final lap. But both still have half a cup of water left to drink.
We got to finish that cup first before even trying to do anything else. You see, perfect time because both are falling off as they're finishing up the drink. It looks like Igor, it looks like they both finished up their drink.
They both have finished up their drinks. They're going for it now. It's all or nothing. The blue shell's coming in. Not that that's going to matter because they're nowhere near first place. Let's be real, but they know they're not racing against the computers. They are racing against themselves and now their own bladders as they're going to make their move up in the track. It's 5th and 8th, and this is actually a lot closer than you'd think because, oh, David just popped a bullet bill. He's moved all the way up to 6th. Oh, he passes him right at the finish line, moving in on to lap 3, and all of a sudden David is rocketed up to second place. Meanwhile, Igor in 4th launches the red shell and somehow gets hit by a green shell. That's some of the worst luck you can possibly have. But they have both finished their drinks, and it is no holds barred racing. They're in 2nd and 3rd, and now Igor passes David. Igor has taken 2nd place. He's eyeing on 1st. Oh, gets the red shell onto the computer in 1st. Narrowly avoids the green shell. Hang on, he could do this. He's got half a lap to go. He's in 1st and holding strong. David's back and forth. He's fallen. He's fallen off the track. Oh, but he's still alive. Still in 2nd place. David's back in 6th now. Oh, could he take 1st? No, but he's gonna get taken out for 3rd. Still a chance for both of them. The double item box coming in for David here. Igor's supporters are cheering him on. But Igor's headed to the finish line. He got 1st. Ladies and gentlemen, he got 1st place. Oh, what a race. Now that was a fun event, my friends. I'm gonna ask you to clear out, one of you over to here, one of you over to there.
You spilled.
Oh, he spilled, but he also lost, and here you go, my friend. That is going to be your prize for 1st place. Guys, thank you both so much for playing. My bad. You were, there we go. Warliken, over to you.
Thank you very much, man. So it sounds like we have... I just heard what it's gonna be. The second chance battle is gonna be 200cc Baby Park! Thank you, RNG guys!
Oh, this is gonna be a second chance battle for the ages. If you can hang down from your delirium for just a second here, Warliken, tell me, what exactly does second chance battle entail?
So here's how this works. We're gonna have 2 races of 200cc Baby Park. All that matters is who gets 1st place. If you get 1st place, you're going to the semifinals. If you don't get 1st place, then your night ends here. That simple.
Although your night does not have to end here, you can still enjoy all of the awesome food and drink services that we have at the bar, provided you stay behind the orange lines or contact your server for more. And the fun doesn't have to stop there either. You can head on down to the Valley Auto Mall to our friends at Findlay Volkswagen.
That's very true, but here's the trick when it comes to second chance, because it's Baby Park. It is 7 laps of 200cc pure, unadulterated chaos.
Pure mayhem.
It is chaotic evil incarnate. It is me incarnate. You see Immortal Man popping up on my end. We love seeing some Baby Park chaos, and I can't wait to see it.
It is going to be a good one. The racers are getting ready now. Once again, these are your 2 chances to stay alive in this competition and book your spot in the semis. You couldn't handle it through the qualifying heats, but now you're gonna have a chance here. What does Sandile think of the action?
He's so popped off he almost lost his sunglasses, so it's gonna be trying a little careful here. But it sounds, all right, so while we're getting started with that though, let's have a look one more time at the Gamers.vote. Because like I said, this is gonna be very important what's gonna be going on this year. During the entire month of July for 2020, Gamers.vote partners are creating a Gamers Vote-a-thon, during which NML streamers will be encouraged to use Gamers.vote, the tools on the major streaming platforms, so Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, to register as many people as possible. So go to Gamers.vote to learn more and register to vote.
That's right, everybody. More than 133 million gamers are of voting age. Guys, that's actually... I was a broadcast major, so math is not my strong suit here, but that's roughly 1/3 of the country is eligible to vote. So go out there, get registered so that you can go to the polls. And remember, it's not just about November. Your local elections influence what happens in your life more than everything else on the national scale. It's important that you vote not just at the national level, but for your local elections as well. You've seen all the campaign signs if you live here in Las Vegas. Get out, register to vote. You are part of the difference.
Absolutely. I can't agree more with that. I've been able to vote every year I can. I mean, I'm 32, going on 33 in September, and I've taken every opportunity I can to vote anytime I am. I'm originally from Virginia, so when I was voting in Virginia, I'll be doing that. This is my first ever election here in Las Vegas, so you know I'll be voting for here without a doubt.
Same here, although actually I take that back because I voted in the primaries this past month. So that was my first election here in Las Vegas. But I am very excited to get out and make my voice heard, and you guys all should be too. It really is one of the most important things you can do. It's one of the luckiest privileges that we have here in this country. So don't forget to register. Go to gamers.vote to find out more.
I mean, you said it best right there. And I mean, that's one of the best liberties that we have here in America. And I'm very happy to practice that liberty anytime I can. But it looks like right now we're going to be practicing a little bit more a second chance, which, like I said, is 200cc Baby Park. So let the chaos begin, baby!
Let's get ready to rumble! Here we
like
go!
I said, this is 7 laps, and all that matters is first place. Unicorn Rainbow is right now in 4th place. He's certainly trying to catch it up. You see here, all the items are starting to spam out. You gotta watch out for all this chaos. Purple Suit Dude is right now trying to catch up to first place as well. It really could be anyone's game because anyone can go from first literally to last in a matter of an item because this is how chaotic the track is.
Important to also remember the number 1 rule of racing absolutely applies here on Baby Park in Second Chance Battle. If you ain't first, you're last. Second place does you no good. You have to come in first. You get 2 chances to do it, but first place is all that will grant you a spot in the semi.
That's exactly right. Right now, Black Bottom is on screen, currently in 5th place. Oh, he hits the Dry Bowser. Has back-to-back star to work with. Meanwhile, Purple Suit Dude wants over a blue show. That's what happens at Baby Park. And right now, we are on the last track. He's still in first place, and it looks like, yes, Purple Suit Dude.
He's gonna take it.
So now we know the first person that's going to the to semifinals. The question is, what's gonna happen after that?
Wow, how far in front do you have to be on Baby Park to take a blue shell and still come in first on the last lap? That is absolutely insane. Purple Suit Dude, what a great job there.
Absolutely, and it showed. I mean, he had probably the lead just enough where, like you said, he got hit by a blue shell. He got hit by, looked like one of the items as well. And still managing to pull it off, getting first place. A great job of Purple Suit Dude. He's going to be going to the first semifinal, and that's going to be a bit of a doozy if you ask me.
No question about it, but you know, he's fighting for something bigger than himself here. His town doesn't allow dancing, and that is why he's out here tonight hoping to win it and convince the mayor to allow his people to dance.
Really?
I mean, you've seen Footloose, right?
Oh, right. All right, it went over my head until you mentioned it, so you're right, my bad.
Come on, I can't be that old.
You're younger than me.
Exactly, how do you not? Beside the point, we've got one more race to go. Once again, it's gonna be on Baby Park here to see who books that last spot in the semifinal. And here we are ready to go. We're gonna be looking at Fire Blaster.
Actually, I think that's Unicorn Rainbow.
Unicorn Rainbow.
Yeah, the names are kind of messed up because Fire Blaster was on Unicorn Rainbow and Unicorn Rainbow was on Fire Blaster, so I don't even know anymore. So right now, Unicorn Rainbow on screen is in 5th place, and you see the Shy Guy's just gonna be sitting there because, I mean, that was Purple Suit Dude, so his avatar's not gonna matter anymore. We see here Fire Blaster is right now still trying to get out of this mid-pack, and it seems very tricky because, like I said, Baby Park can go from first to last in a matter of moments and you're not careful enough.
It is going to be a little bit of a problem now because if you are in last, you're not going to be getting all of those great items due to the fact that, of course, Purple Suit Dude's character is sitting out and taking that last place spot. But it's also Baby Park, so that's not the end of the world anyway because there ain't no one trying to bag on Baby Park.
And like you said, the bullpen's going to come into play here. You know he's going to fire it off. Meanwhile, State Guy unfortunately gets hit by that bullet bill. That's like about 6th place. And out of 8 racers, that's going to be pretty much the back of the pack.
State Guy having a tough time. The Dominator trying to come up into 4th place, but he takes that turn very poorly. Manages to take third for just a moment, but immediately just takes it right away from him. Gets it back. It's an interesting battle going on, but Rainbow Unicorn in 4th place just hits that wall a little too hard. Meanwhile, up in first, it's Steelo coming around the finish line.
Steelo's going to the semifinals.
Steelo to the semis.
The little kid that could is going to the semifinals. Great job by Steelo.
Absolutely a phenomenal performance. And Steelo repping that Mario hat. Well, not quite the winner in the trivia contest, but not going to care about that because he is moving on to the semifinals.
Absolutely. With that in mind, so we now know who's going on from the second chance. So with that in mind, for the semifinals, we have Geronimo, Funny Name, Savgo, Pooch, Glitch, Beastly Mustard, Gourmet, Free Dizzle, Lubu, Air Boom, Sports Joey, and I believe that was, Purple Suit Dude. So U12, get that up here. We got to get started with the semifinals. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Warlike. And meanwhile, I am down here with Steelo himself, winner of the second chance battle. He is primed and ready for the semis. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Looks like you've got a bit of a supporter section here. Why don't you tell me who's here for you?
My parents and my cousin. My cousins.
You got a very big family there. Looks like they were some of the ones who competed in our Volkswagen Don't Drink and Drive event as well. Now, if you take home the grand prize tonight, what are you going to do with the money?
Honestly, I don't know yet, but I'm gonna think about it if I get it.
All right, you're going to think about it. So what you're saying is you're not headed straight out to the casino floor to put it all on black.
Oh my God, dude.
No.
I don't know. I think he could fool the pit bosses. What do you think, Warliken?
It's going to be tricky, but he might be able to.
Maybe, just a tiny bit. All right, let's hear it one more time for your family here. Give it up for Steelo.
Yay!
Thank you, Steelo, so much. Best of luck moving on. In the meantime, we will be right back with the semifinals after these messages.
We take a peek into the life of a modern human male. He appears to be encountering some difficulty. He seems to be in a state of disorientation, befuddled by his environment. Our subject is at his wit's end, but then he makes a discovery.
Life isn't 2D, so don't listen to 2D. Get the HyperX Cloud Orbit featuring Odyssey planar magnetic drivers and Waves NX 3D audio technology. Experience ultra-realistic 3D audio and game like you live.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, for the first semifinal heat, please make your way up to the hype tunnel to see Osiris. We need Geronimo, Funny Name, Zavgo, Pooch, Glitch, Beastly Mustard, Gourmet, Free Dizzle, Lubu, Air Boom, Sports Joey, and Purple Suit Dude. Again, that is Geronimo, Funny Name, Zavgo, Pooch, Glitch, Beastly Mustard, Gourmet, Free Dizzle, Lubu, Air Boom, Sports Joey, and Purple Suit Dude up to the hype tunnel so that we can get ready for the semifinal. Thank you very much. Please head there immediately.
Don't worry about me, I'm just blazing. My dance moves are excellent and with precision. Get down, baby, you can't stand in a dance competition. Glistening, flashy like a spotlight, shining like a diamond party all night. Tell me you love me, I wanna see the stars, eyes wide shut, then meet me at the bar. Yeah, right. Yeah. You ain't ready. I'm coming through the room, turn the bass out. Y'all been sleeping on me, better wake up. Put your fly gear on, do your makeup, drop it real low, and pick it back up. Excellent, bustin' with the
That is some high quality H2O. Welcome back, everybody, to Saturday Night Speedway, and it is just about time for the semi-final matchups. I'm Thomas Viola, he's Warliken, and we have a good one on tap tonight, in addition to all the awesome drinks that we have right over there at the bar on tap. Just go over, talk to your bartender. He will get you set up, but of course, stay behind the orange line. He will get it over to you. But we have our entrants walking down the hype tunnel right now. And oh, it's going to be a good one. Are you excited, Matt?
Absolutely. I cannot wait to get started with this one. And this is going to be a very tricky semifinal because honestly, both semifinals are going to be very difficult for everyone, if you ask me. But for this one in particular, let's list out exactly who we got as far as the roll call is concerned. We have Geronimo, Funny Name, Sobgo, Pooch, Glitch, Beasley Mustard, Gourmet, Free Dizzle, Lubu, Airboom, Sports Joey, and Purple Suit Dude, who won his first second chance.
It's going to be a loaded semifinal. I can't even wait for the final because of just the pure amount of talent that we're going to have. And we are maybe not going to have a new winner, but there are definitely some fresh faces who could come around, give some players a run for their money, and give them a chance to give us a new Saturday Night Speedway champion. But of course, there are some changes here now that we've entered into the semis. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Warliken?
Absolutely. So for semifinals, here's what happens. So whatever points you've got in the qualifiers, those don't matter anymore. We're going straight into how you do here in the semifinals. And it's only between how you do against your other 11 competitors. And the way this works, instead of 4 races, we're upping up to 6 races. So that means after 6 races, whoever has the best 6 scores between everyone there, those are the first 6 people that go to the grand finals. After that, we'll go to our second semifinal, do their 6 races, and then the best 6 from their semifinal goes to the grand finals. And that becomes our final 12 as we go to the grand finals later tonight.
That's right. So the big takeaway here, your points from, first of all, from the qualifiers no longer matter. But second of all, your points that you accumulate here in the semis do not go up against your opposing semi. Semi 1 and 2, completely different from one another. The top 6 from each advance. There's no muddling of scores there. The scores are socially distant, as you would say.
That's probably the best way to put it, honestly. But absolutely right. So that way it's a less pressure on you. Because instead of going between you against 29 other people, now it's down to just you against 11 other people. The problem, though, is 11 people who made it through qualifiers. So we're talking about some very difficult competition compared to your qualifiers, if you ask me.
Exactly. They made it through the fire and the flames of the qualifying round, even some of the second chance battles. And now we're here in semis. This, brother, is where the cream rises to the top.
Ooh, yeah, dig it!
Oh, yeah! Your Macho Man is far better than mine, but we'll see who's going to be the Macho Man or woman in these semifinals. You've got gearing up right behind me. I wonder if he's paying attention or not. It's Geronimo in the Pod 1. He can hear me. Geronimo, look right over to your right over here. There we go. And he hits
Hey! Ah, semifinals week. I love it. Oh, now it's in front of you. Hey! Makes you feel a little happy inside. Thank you, Terry.
We have some good racing left to go here. We're just about ready to get started. Everybody's got their game faces on, specifically their game masks on. Anyone you're liking in particular in this semi here, we're liking?
Oh man, multiple names if you ask me. So the first one to look at is going to be Geronimo because he was the overall high score in the qualifiers with a dominating 44 points out of a possible 48. Now the problem though is that the competition is now steeper because we also have Funny Name who's been doing very well lately. Sobgo, who's an overall great racer to begin with, and also is a pirate hacker. Glitch, who is a 12-time SNS champion. Beasley Mustard, who's also a Grand Finals competitor to work with here. Gourmet, who is part of the Powerpuffs, who, for those of you who don't know, we have multiple teams where I mentioned Pirate Hackers a couple of times. I mentioned Powerpuffs now. Powerpuffs is the female-only gamer team that we have here for Mario Kart, and Gourmet, I believe, is part of that team. So it's going to be interesting because we also have Pirate Hackers, we have Powerpuffs, And with Air Boom in the mix, we have the Ascension in the mix as well. So it's also a bit of a team rivalry we're going to have going on for the semifinals.
That's right. Now, unfortunately for them, the team component not going to be much of a help for you here. Friends are not where you can find them in Mario Kart. It's every man and woman for him or herself, and we are getting ready to go. Here we are. Race 1 is underway.
And for the second time tonight, it's going to be at Bowser's Castle. Very fitting that we start off with a difficult track with more difficult competition to be on stage. And right now, Geronimo is off screen. He's right now second place. Unfortunately, looks like that Waluigi did get hit by the firebar, but he just gets passed up by this King Boo here.
That King Boo providing some stiff competition. Purple Suit Dude all the way up to 9th, trying to make the most of his second chance life here at the moment. Meanwhile, Sports Joey didn't have to suffer the agony he had to during the second chance finals 2 weeks ago, instead qualifying outright. But here he is stuck in 11th place. We'll see if he's trying to bag or if this has just been an unfortunate start for him. Gourmet up to 8th place right now.
We'll see what's happening because Gourmet right now has no items working, has to really outmaneuver everyone else. Remember, like I said, the best system is what you can have it. So if you get first place in the top 3, that's great, and I'll help you guarantee it. But the important thing is you want to try and stay in that top 6 after the last race. Meanwhile, Airboom, our Ascension representative, is right now in 5th place. And if he can play his cards right, this could be his first grand finals appearance if he can do this well enough.
I'm always rooting for some new blood in the grand finals. Would love to see Airboom make it there, but Funny Name right now up in 2nd place, trying to do his thing, gonna send that boomerang out, pick up a new item in its place. And now he's got the double red shells, the mother-in-law shells, as Wolf always said. And he has a target in his sights, but there's a blue shell coming in.
Now that's the mother-in-law shell right there, and he's gonna have to take it. Looks like both Glitch. No, Glitch had to take it. It looks like Funny Name dodged it. And Funny Name Geronimo is on the last lap, but Geronimo gets hit by the lasers.
Geronimo just has a problem with those lasers so far tonight. They have not been his friend. He's still got a mushroom to help him out there, but Funny Name is dropping it all the way up to 1st.
And he has 2 red shells to run for the fence. It's going to be very hard to break. And you see, he stopped rolling down, he doesn't get crushed by the Bowser Fist. And you see, he still has 2 defensive items to work with, and has to still have 1 final threat. He's got to use one of those red shells for defense right here. And he's got to hopefully see that a Boo or a Shotgun is going to play, or maybe a counter defense might happen, I don't know. So it looks like right now, with nothing to see to respond, red shell, he's got to use it, and Funny Name takes the first race of 6.
Boom! Funny Name comes out on top there and now is instantly going into his system settings. Okay, you do what you have to do, my man. You just won race number 1 of the first semifinal. Sandile still got his sunglasses on, and what a race that was. Geronimo made it a close fight, but Funny Name taking advantage of those dual defensive items to come out on top.
Yeah, you see, Shades is losing his Sandile. I'll have to talk to you later on, but yeah, he's still happy about semifinals.
Still happy about him, but loses those shades. But he looks like he's no worse for wear there, my friend. And a very good race 1. Very promising start here.
Absolutely. So the fact that Funny Name, he had to really still fight for that one because he had to use up all his defensive items right at the last stretch. If he made one mistake, he would have been dropped out of 2nd or 3rd place. So definitely a great start for Funny Name, if you ask me.
No question about it. And those dual defensive items, that's such a great strategy to have at the end there. I was a little bit worried for him when you saw the first red shell that he had to use got used immediately after the item box. That was perfect timing by his opponent, purposeful or otherwise, to prevent him from accruing one more defensive item to help him out at the end. But of course, didn't end up needing it. And now we're headed back to Thwomp Ruins for race 2.
Very familiar territory, because like I said, this is the second time around we're going to Thwomp Ruins. So maybe beneficial Geronimo, who did do very well the last time we were here.
Once again, map selection is completely random. No one gets an advantage of choosing the map over another player.
Absolutely. So when we start a race, everyone has to pick random. That way the randomizer has to go onto a random spot. The only time that's an exception is if we do a tiebreaker, or if we have to go through second chance to do it as a game mark, which what we did earlier today.
That's right, those are predetermined, but here we go. Geronimo is in 4th place, going to use one of his red shells to get answered by the triple bananas of the Boo in front of him. Meanwhile, Gourmet in 7th is going to pop that star and take advantage to use these shortcuts right here, and now has 4 mushrooms down to 3 to work with here, ending lap 1 in a decent position to make some gains.
She's probably going to use it right about now. That way she can get a new item and fires off onto the ramp, so now she jumps all the way to 2nd place, trying to catch her this Waluigi. Meanwhile, Free Dizzle has triple green to work with, and he's right now trying to find the right time to fire him off. He throws it back others actually, but unfortunately just one out of that. He still has one breach to work with as he passes the line of box.
Free Dizzle still with that mushroom. Gonna be able to use that. He has second place in his sights. First place well out in front though. We have a comfortable first place racer right now.
And you see in the back of the pack is Glitch, who is sandbagging. And you know he's gonna fire up that bullet bill right, I want to say maybe about right now or pretty soon. He's gonna do it, these moves really soon as we start the last lap here.
Wow, he just is hearing you and purposely is constantly about not firing this off right now.
So there you go.
He finally does it.
So you see, he goes from about 10th place to about 5th, 4th, maybe even 3rd place. And he's getting hit by Waluigi, and he fires off the golden mushroom immediately. And you see, it looked like whoever was first place got hit by maybe a blue shell. Oh,
no, the blue shell's coming. And hang on, this could close the gap completely. And that comfortable lead is about to completely evaporate. And now Geronimo coming into first place around the last turn, has a defensive item, takes the last jump. It's gonna be Geronimo! Get more done.
What happened to my screen?
Geronimo having a heart attack there as he goes for the wing after trying to open his Gmail account because it's never a bad time to check your messages after winning a race.
A great recovery, a great last second first place of Geronimo. You know that's gonna have to feel good for him.
No question about it, and that's going to help him improving here in the standings. Has to be happy about that finish. And what a race that was, because it looked, for all the world, like no one was going to be able to catch up to that Waluigi. And then looked like a double blue shell coming in.
I don't know exactly what happened. It may have been, maybe he made a mistake, maybe he fell off accidentally. I don't know, because we can't double check what was going on right now. I mean, maybe we'll have an instant replay or something later on, but it looked like maybe he made one mistake too many and then just got hit by the blue shell, and that will seal his fate at the end.
And we talked about that earlier. You can go from first to worst or worst to first in a matter of moments, just like we saw Glitch going from last all the way up and
about
finishing
third place,
about third place, top three, maybe fourth place. But that's how you bag properly, and he did it well there. And now we are going to be heading to Neo Bowser.
Honestly, if you ask me what the most difficult track in this game would be, Neo Bowser City is in my top 5.
My buddies over here certainly would agree with you on that after we placed them on that track for the 50 Volkswagen Don't Drink and Drive event. But here we go, Airborne in 10th place right now, drafting his way through the back of the pack.
But unfortunately, he got screened out of some items. That's really going to cost him at the end, and he's really trying to catch through all these people. Now, the character's playing, he's playing Shy Guy, so Shy Guy has some great handling and some great acceleration, but his top speed are nowhere as good compared to a King Boo, a Roy, or a Waluigi. So he's got to really have to out-maneuver everyone here than actually have a chance. Meanwhile, Luger is right now, looks like a standardized move about this move. I question this move, honestly. Because Neo Bowser City is a very straightforward attack. There are no shortcuts really to work with here. You see the Luger right now, not making the back of the pack.
And the problem is that you don't really have an opportunity to use all those speed boosting items. There's too many twists and turns, not a lot of straightaways or places to pick up speed. So those mushrooms not doing you nearly as much good as they do on some other tracks. Beastly Mustard here, meanwhile, in 9th, and Glitch all the way up in 2nd, trying to track down that first place rider.
And she's 1-2 Waluigi, has a mushroom, trying to cut through the black track here. He's trying to save it, trying to save it. You get past Waluigi, have it for a blue shell dodge, or trying to get it in the last second. Meanwhile, Pooch is right now in 3rd place, but right now the blue shell is coming to play, and that does sideswipe Pooch on his way up to first.
And meanwhile, Warlike, just to interrupt you here for a second. No, I will wait to do that because we're coming up on the end of the race here. Funny name in 2nd place here, gets hit. Oh, drops all the way down to 4th. Meanwhile, in 1st, it's Glitch. He's got a couple turns left to go. 2 turns to be exact. Can he do it? Picking up his last defensive items here. Gonna get a coin and a banana.
What the shock!
Oh, the shocker comes in. Oh, he hopped down to Electric Avenue there. He's still gonna have enough time to make it out. Yes, he is. He's gonna finish in 1st place and take that one. Meanwhile, wow, what a race that was. Warlike, do you have the names of the next semifinal heat in front of you?
Sure, absolutely. So we have Knight, Jinx, Hero, Riding My Pidgey, Tigray, Bear, K-Hoon, Roman numeral 13, Immortal Man, Imagine Losing, Squidgy, and Steelo. You 12 better get up here so we can get started with the second semifinals pretty soon.
That's right.
Like now.
Head on up to the hype tunnel to speak with Osiris. Come on, you've been through this before. Get up there so we can get you ready once we're done with semifinal number 1. The names are all on the board, up and slightly to my right, which doesn't help any of you out on the broadcast. But come on, it's literally in huge letters. You should know who you are. Head on up right now. Meanwhile, we're getting ready for that next race here, Warliken, and it's been an interesting semifinal.
It's been, honestly, it's been unfortunate for Funny Name because he's the Waluigi that's getting first place for most of this race, only to get hit by like 3 items to go to the middle of the pack. So he needs to really watch out. I think, honestly, just bad luck for Funny Name. No joke.
No question about it. He's just been hit with some of those unfortunate items, and that's the name of the game sometimes, you know? Sometimes you have a bad flip, sometimes you just get hit by too many items right at the end. Unless you're playing on Mario Circuit back on the original Wii, I'm convinced that game had a glitch in its programming where you couldn't come first if you were in first around the final turn.
Speaking of Mario Kart and Mario Circuit, we're going for the 4th race to Mario Kart Stadium. We went from one of the more typical tracks of the game to one of the more simple tracks of the game. And we see Funny Name who switched to a Baby Rosalina loadout, and it looks like he's going to be valued for this one. This actually is a good move, if you ask me, because this is one of those tracks where they're very nice, small amount of shortcuts to work with. And if you do it right, you can actually jump from last place all the way to the top 3.
That's right, that is a huge shortcut available on this track, which has been revamped for the zero gravity.
You see right now, Boot is off screen in 7th place. Unfortunately, loses 2 of his 3 monsters to the Boo.
Oh, that's gotta hurt, especially coming around that corner where you knew he was planning on using it.
And we see Gourmet here, who does a no-item shortcut. And NISC, for those of you that don't know, it's a no-item shortcut where you don't have any items to work with, but you can still cut through certain areas for that to be able to get through. That's exactly what you did here. Look at Lulu, who did have a pre-shell, throws it away, and was hit by a red shell for his cover.
Meanwhile, Lubu in 5th place, gonna miss that blue shell. Obviously sticking out in first place first right now. Gonna come down, doesn't look like anyone tried to stand back out at first, but it's gonna cause a shake-up there at the top. Lubu gets hit. Oh my, superstar powered Bowser, dropping him all the way down to 10th. Purple suit dude in last place.
Watch out for the product plan!
Oh, gets bitten.
Gotta go to the product plan. It will go for anyone that's trying to pass whoever's holding the product plan. That's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, Geronimo loses item to the Boo, is right now fighting with this Roy, but they're fighting at the last stretch here as we're going to the last turn.
One more turn to go. Geronimo has to make it past this Roy. Is he gonna do it? No, he's not. It's gonna be Zavgo with the win!
And Zavgo's another name that we don't really get a chance to say much here in SNS, but he is really a name to look out for. Zavgo is one of those people who, along with the likes of Kiro, Bright Eye Pidgey, and Knight, have not won SNS yet, but are definitely Grand Finals contenders, and that's showing him getting first place here tonight.
And especially now as people are starting to move up the pack, get through these semifinals, someone can get hot, and it could truly be anybody's race in the Grand Finals. You gotta get to the dance to win it, and right now Zavgo's putting him in that very position to get in there and maybe be the Cinderella story of this tournament.
I think what's interesting is that this semifinals, correct me if I'm wrong, but this semifinals, every race has had a different first place. So that's gonna really be interesting as we're going to these last 2 races of the semifinals on how everything's gonna turn out.
It really is. Any one of the people in this competition that's already got a race under their belts with a first place title, a second one, that's going to do wonders for throwing them into that top 6. Because remember, you only need to finish in the top 6 of your particular heat. You don't have to worry about the other qualifier coming up. There is no magic number that you feel like you have to get to. Just be in the top 6 and you're good to go as we start the 5th race. And it's going to be Zavgo starting us off in the pole position, and we are headed back to Yoshi Valley.
Yoshi Valley, like I said before, the shortest way is to go left and stay going left as much as you can. But at the same time, though, in the semifinals, everyone else is probably going to go on left, too. So you see, like that Mario and that small icon taking a longer route. But it changes, he's not going to be targeted by items as much because of it. And you see, he's already fighting with, I believe that's Geronimo, who's that cat piece in first place right now. And right now, BC Mushroom on screen in 10th place. Unfortunately, got screened down the double item box, so he's not really effort this one. Meanwhile, Sports Joey's in 7th place. And Sports Joey seems to be a bagger, so it's nice to try to mid-pack for this one.
Yeah, that mid-packing can be tough, but this is definitely one of the courses where you're going to be a little more successful doing it because of the fact that there are so many twists and turns, so many different paths people can take. While there is one primary path you're going to want to go down, it's not going to be quite as congested as some of the other maps in the mid-pack.
That's true, and Louisville unfortunately got hit by a backwards boomerang. Has to really hope for a good item here to start the second lap. That is a shocker!
Gonna send it off immediately. Doesn't affect that bullet bill, who's now gonna speed even further up the pack. But a good move there for Lubu. As Glitch trying to make his way up through the middle of the pack here. Gets the quad mushroom, really. And he's gonna have a chance to use those and get all the way up into podium place.
You also saw there were 2 other people who had triple mushrooms at least in front of them, so he's gotta be really careful as he tries to maneuver around them. And I think that was Airman who fortunately got hit by Ivan, and still Glitch, with a total of 7 mushrooms in a row to work with, is ready to try to fight for the top 3 spots as we go to this last lap.
Here we go. He's made it into that top 3. 1 lap to go. Uses the first 2 mushrooms there. Grabs 1 more item. It's going to be a banana, so not too much left for offense, but gives him a good defensive position. Got to watch out, though. Geronimo in front of him with that banana, eyeing that first place competitor. Can he get by? Not much time left to do it. Gonna have to make a move soon.
He does try to outmaneuver against this Mario, which I believe is the one who's been taking that extra round. And you saw it's really paying off because he took the extra round to not be congested in traffic. That's Funny Name, who's changed up to a Mario instead of Waluigi. And you see that loadout change, it's not gonna help him out. It looks like Funny Name is gonna get in first place. I think this is first place tonight, at least for the semifinals. What are you doing?
You can never be too careful out there, Warlykin. And that was a tremendous first place finish there for Funny Name. Huge for him in the standings. Dare I say, surgical precision.
I have no comment on everything he's wearing. I'm looking at my screen and I just see him with like 4 masks on and gloves. Next thing I know, he's not gonna have like a hospital gown or so. Don't get a hospital gown.
Joke's on you. There's one at my house right now, and I really wish I had brought it here today.
Oh, God,
meanwhile, though, we still have another race to go, and we still need to make sure that we have all of our competitors for the next semifinal lined up. Can you read those names off for us one more time?
Absolutely. So we have Knight, Jinx, Hero, Riding My Pidgey, T-Gray, Bear, K-Hoon, Roman numeral 13, I'll just say 13 from here on out, Immortal Man, Imagine Losing, Squidgy, and Steelo. You 12 are coming up next, so y'all better get up here where I'm at in order to get started with the semifinals pretty soon.
Oh, we got Geronimo throwing up the X here behind us. He's calling his shot here. X gonna give it to you as
we're going back to Mario Kart Stadium.
Final race here in Mario Kart Stadium.
Second time tonight in the same semifinal, and we're wrapping up with literally the first track of the game. And we know that Geronimo is in the first second, he's in the top 3. But that Mario in the back is bagging for this one. Very smart move because now he can actually get better items to work with here.
That is very true. Again, that bagging strategy, a worthwhile one on this map, especially with those shortcuts that you talked about. Pooch, down to 7th place now, all the way down to 9th after that.
That was incredible!
Oh, what?
He had a great shell snipe on that Tri-Bowser, and that was a nice move. Unfortunately, he did get screened out of double item box because of that.
Take the good with the bad, but that's a highlight reel performance there. You can almost hear that.
And right now, loses on screen, 5th place, has Dorian Red still to work with. He's going to have to hold that for defense while to guarantee himself a higher spot. But he's got to be careful with everyone else around him. Meanwhile, Free Dizzle, and maybe we haven't really got a chance to say much in this semifinals, got hit by maybe that same red shell and is now in 8th place.
He's going to get some decent items out of this. Not the best items, especially when you're in 8th place, though. 1 red shell and then the triple mushroom. Going to help him out, but you maybe be hoping for a little more there. Meanwhile, up in 4th, Beastly Mustard launching that banana into a well-placed spot on the track. And now he's going to have an opportunity here as that blue shell is going to be coming up for that first place rider. Going to hit. No time for him to avoid it, but it's still Geronimo in first. Oh, can he avoid this green shell? Yes, he does. Coming around, trying to pick up the double item box. Gonna get it. coin and a banana. So at least he's got a defensive item here. Something to work with. 2 more turns to go as he comes around the hairpin. He's got 2 players on his tail. It's Glitch as one of them.
And you see here, Bama comes into play. And you see Glitch. He's trying to take it for Geronimo. He does not. Geronimo!
What a race there for Geronimo. Absolutely incredible.
That was so close. So close. One more time. Geronimo, one more time for the camera.
Geronimo, what are you doing over there? Come on over here. Oh, what?
You know what that's called? That's called an I'm going to grand finals win, because that's exactly what happened to him right there.
Oh, he knows it. He has the swagger. He is feeling good tonight. He almost had a perfect qualifying round. And you can't ask for much better than that. He knows he's booked his place to the grand finals here. He's got to be feeling good. We're going to find out about that from him in just a moment. Warliken, what do you think about that? You got a message for us?
I do, and it's going to be we're going to talk about Gamers.vote one more time, just a real quick time. So like I said before, during the entire month of July, Gamers.vote partners are creating a Gamers Vote-a-thon during which any and all streamers will be encouraged to use Gamers.vote tools on the major streaming platforms. So Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, to register as many people as possible. So go to Gamers.vote to learn more and register to vote.
Again, 133 million gamers across the United States are of voting age, so guys, get out there and make your voice heard. Meanwhile, we are about to hear from the man himself, Geronimo. What do you have to say after that amazing performance in the semis?
You know, it was a lot of luck. The items were just in my favor. I made a lot of mistakes, but you know, I just got lucky, especially on that bomb throw on the last race. I meant to drop it back, but I accidentally threw it forward and almost hit myself in the process. So, you know.
That would have been a bad error, but you made up for it. But come on, you can't attribute it all to luck. You nearly had a perfect qualifying round. How did it feel coming out of that? How confident were you moving into this semi?
I felt really good going out of the qualifier, almost a perfect run, but I got my butt handed to me by Glitch, by Funny Name, all the people that I didn't compete against. So finals is definitely gonna be quite the thing to watch. It's gonna be tough.
All right, I'm gonna let you get ready in just a moment, but thank you so much for being with us here today. If you were to win in this grand finals, what number would that be for you?
That would be number 4 for me.
All right, well, while Geronimo gets ready to go and take on Grand Finals numero 4, I'm going to toss things back up to you, Warliken, with scores. Geronimo, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, man. So we see the scores. First place was Funny Name with 72 points. Wow. Second place is Savgo with 58 points. Third is Geronimo with 55 points. Fourth is Glitch with 51 points. Fifth is Beastly Mustard with 46 points. We have a tie for 6th between Gourmet and Free Dizzle with 45 points. Airboom getting 8 with 38 points. 9th is Pooch with 30 points. 10th is Sports Joy with 23 points. 11th is Purple Suitsu with 15 points. And 12th is Lubu with 14 points. So, here's how we do 6th place ties, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I've got this one. I know this one.
Go ahead.
Thunderdome.
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Pass.
Okay. Here's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Camera, zoom in on me real quick.
Oh, he's calling for the zoom.
We're gonna do one race of 200cc Baby Park! Woo! We get more Baby Park, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one. Now, once again, the other scores from the second heat, they do not matter. It all will come down to this 1v1 race. 2 racers enter, 1 racer leaves with a spot in the grand finals. But first, we've got another heat to go, don't we?
We do. We have one more semifinal left to go, and this is also going to be an interesting semifinal just because of what we have in this one. We have Knight, Jinx, Hero, Riding My Pidgey, Tigray, Bear, K-Hoon, 13, Immortal Man, Squidgy, Imagine Losing, and Steelo.
Now, Imagine Losing clearly has not imagined doing much losing. We talked about him earlier, but he managed to sneak his way up and make his way through the pack and on into these semis, looking to put up another good performance here as the racers start taking their seats to get ready. And ladies and gentlemen, oh, it's going to be a good one. I am excited.
Absolutely. Like I said, this is going to be a very tricky one because, like I said, we've had, from this semifinal alone, I'm just taking a quick look, we have 4 Pirate Hackers in this semifinal alone, along with the Powerpuff representative in Jinx and Squidgy. So there are 2 Powerpuffs in here, along with the 4 Pirate Hackers. So a bit of a team rivalry, if you ask me, for this one. Yes, they are pirates.
All right, well, we will be right back with more Mario Kart Saturday Night Speedway action brought to you by Findlay Volkswagen right after these messages. Don't go anywhere.
Come on.
Martin, anchor of the World Poker Tour. I've been living in the United States for many years now, but I'm not an American citizen, so I don't have the privilege to vote. And that's exactly what it is, a privilege. You have the power to have your say, so please don't take it for granted. If you're not in the hand, you can't win it. Register today at gamers.vote.
Ready for some semi-final action? There we go, I want to hear it. We are getting ready, Warlykin. The crowd is pumped. We have one more semi-final to go. Are you ready?
What is on your head?
My man, I am safe from the coronavirus. You can't have too many precautions here. You need gloves, you need masks. Say bye-bye to Corona. We are keeping it safe here at the Esports Arena.
All your safety aside, I will agree that we have a very, very interesting semifinal to look at here.
That we do, that we do. Walk us through it.
So, we have Knight, Jinx, Kiro, Riding My Pidgey, Tigray, Bear, K-Hoon, 13, Immortal Man, Squidgy, Imagine Losing, and Steelo. And I was looking over my notes, and it was like for Knight, Kiro, Pidgey, Bear, yeah, those 4 are Pirate Hacker representatives. K-Hoon, Jinx, and Squidgy are our Powerpuff representative. And Tigray is our Ascension representative. So we have 3 teams in the semifinals here tonight. So the team rivalry is definitely on line for this one.
It's going to be a good semifinal matchup. Everybody is getting ready to go. My boy Knight, still looking good though. Going to be a good chance for him to take something here. But either way, there's going to be some fierce competition for whoever makes it out of this semi and into the final.
I can't look at your screen without cracking up because of that glove on your head. But I will agree that Knight is going to be the one to really look out for the most. He is the point representative going on for this one. Second highest overall, and you know he's going to be a threat to look out. And you know Knight definitely wants his first SNS win here tonight. And it looks like for the first race of these 6, it's Dragon Driftway.
And here we go, Knight starting off in the pole position, gonna head straight out into first place. This course, like you said, I believe, is one of the courses that's a little more difficult to bag on, is it not?
It is. I mean, there's a lot of tricks and tricks and turns to work with. The problem though is that there aren't that many shortcuts to work with. There's not that many for Noir and shortcuts. So because of that, you haven't really used a lot of technique for this one. Unfortunately for Steelo, he's learning that a little bit of the hard way and falling off early in this one.
Yeah, those little turns, there's a lot of chances to gain extra precious seconds, but if you perform it wrong, if you don't execute properly, things like that happen. Like Imagine Losing there, who drops all the way down to 12th after falling off. It may be Dragon Driftway, but you need to know how to drift it if you want to go to first place. 13, meanwhile, over here in 7th place, trying to make his way up the pack, but a little bit of space started to come out between the top of the pack and this middle team area.
Well, remember, all you need to do is make it to the top 6 or make it to the grand final. So if 13 can get past the 6th place, then that, if you keep that pace, definitely make it to the grand finals. Meanwhile, K-Hoon is right now actually sandbagging this one, because I'm surprised he's actually sandbagging Dragon Driftway.
Could be, but there are a lot of places with potential for the shortcuts, and of course, if you use those stars, could work out for you to your advantage. Meanwhile, Immortal Man proving his immortality right now. He's in first place. He's got one behind him, but he's leaving him in his dust right now. Looks like that's Knight in his rearview mirror.
I'm actually impressed on how much improvement Immortal Man has had. Because before he went to Hogan, he was struggling to make the grand finals. And then 2 weeks ago, he made his first ever grand finals appearance. And now he's fighting against the likes of Knight and is still staying in that top area, going into the first semifinal. I am honestly impressed with the amount of room he's had in 4 or 5 months alone.
Well, the fact is, with quarantine, he's got nothing but time to practice. Everybody gets better at something over quarantine. I got better at my stand-up comedy, for instance, as you can tell by my amazing punch through this whole performance.
That's true, but unfortunately, you get hit by a red shell. But even then, Knight takes first, Immortal Man taking second is a great start for both of them.
Wow, Knight at the very end, managing to come away with that one. Very impressive there. Thought that blue shell might prove some problems for whoever was up at the top spot, but Knight with just enough flying in there and grabbing race 1.
Just a too little too late for that blue shell. It was really that red shell that made it perfect timing. Knight saw that Immortal Man did not have the defense to break down that red shell. Thought, okay, you know what? I'll throw this red shell. I'm going to hit Immortal Man, and I'm going to steal first place right in front of his nose, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Immortal Man may be a little bit upset, but after all, only needs to make it in the top 6, and those points that he gained from 2nd place going to be a huge help for him. A very great start to have. What's up there, Knight? I see you over there, man. I see you.
But like I said, Knight still in the last second. That's a great start. But remember, there's still 5 races left to go, and anything can happen. I'm hearing pop-offs for some reason. Why are there pop-offs?
Why are there pop-offs? That's a great question. I do not have the answer for you.
Is the second race what I think it is?
Oh!
It's Baby Park! Let's go! Semi-final Baby Park, let's go!
This has been your night, Lycan.
So, I want to give a shout out to chat to Arrow real quick. He's a good buddy of mine, and he made up a perfect song for Baby Park. Would you like to hear it?
Hit me.
Baby Park, baby Park, baby Park. Where's the copyright?
There goes the copyright strike. We just got taken off air for that one for sure.
But this is the game changer because everyone that's usually skilled can get thrown out so badly because all the chaos that happens in Baby Park. The bigger person literally goes from first to last with the amount of skill that we have in the semifinals.
It all goes out the window. Here you see Knight in 10th. There is nothing left, but there's nothing left for him to do but try and make it out of this. He's in 4th place now and trying to make his way up the path.
And we see right now he's left 2 laps left to go. And he just barely dodges green jump, but only gets hit by a backwards fireball. And we have 1 more left, and a shocker!
Oh, that shock's gonna come in. Bear still in 1st place though. He's only got a coin, but he manages to pick up a wayward mushroom. It's the final lap, misses the last item box, but it's not gonna matter.
Baby Park, baby Park, baby Park.
Oh, what a race. What a race that was there. Bear taking it. Not even really by a nose. Normally, that's a close race at Baby Park. But Bear felt comfortable even after the shock, getting a little bit lucky picking up that mushroom on the ground. But even missing the final defensive items didn't end up mattering for him. Still got across the line first and picked up those valuable points.
But that was very smart by Bear because he was very aware of what was lying around on the ground. And that's one thing he's very good at doing. He's very aware of seeing what's around there. He's able to dodge anything that's like a banana or a shell, but he's also able to take any opportunity he sees any mushrooms. And he knows how to take them at the perfect times, and that's exactly what he's done there.
It's called field awareness, and having good field awareness can be huge regardless of where you are, and it looks like they're popping off again. There's no way.
No way.
No.
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 It's not. Okay.
It's not. I was going to say that would have been just a little too much, but we're going back to Dragon Driftway.
It's Dragon Driftway again.
We'll see if Bear can drag out another Driftway victory here as he's going to start off in pole position but promptly drop down to 7th place in that fight. Not quite mid-pack, still upper mid-pack here. Grabs 1 item, going to be a mushroom. Squidgy all the way back in 12th, maybe trying to bag this one. But
one mushroom's going to help without a doubt. She's going to cut through a lot of shortcuts here. Almost not lost, so she got really lucky going on that one. But gets squeezed out of the items because she's a little too fast.
Yeah, just a little bit mistimed on that bagging attempt. Meanwhile, 13 up in 5th place here. Moving around, really in a fight here in the middle of this pack. There's some fire flowers coming in behind him, but it looks like he's been able to avoid those, but he drops down to 8th, gets hit with a green shell, and now there's a blue shell coming in for 1st place.
And that blue shell looks like it's going after that pink gold peach, or it goes after someone. I don't know who exactly got hit. It may have been Knight. And you saw Knight also take his run up to King Boo. King Boo usually has a little bit slower than Morgan when he was running in the floor, but has better acceleration to compensate for him. He's arguably one of the best characters you could play in Mario Kart if you ask me.
I would definitely agree with that. Sometimes you want to skew on the heavier side, but King Boo really does strike that perfect balance where you get good acceleration without sacrificing too much speed on your down.
Absolutely right. You see Immortal Man currently in 5th place, fired off the fireballs ahead of him, trying to slow down everyone who's ahead of him. Now there's a red shot over, but he drives it to that pink gold beach after getting to 5th place starting this last lap.
Immortal Man still trying to submit or place in the finals. He's going to want at least 1 or 2 more podium finishes here just to make perfectly sure. But Bear is going to be the one in 4th place right now. Has a mushroom, opts not to use it on that corner shortcut, but he's got a target in his sight, uses it now, but gets hit by the red shell. That's going to hurt. Hero comes up to 5th place now.
He gets hit by the sound horn though.
Oh, you got to watch out for the horn. Meanwhile, Jinx up in 7th place, moving up to 6th with those fire flowers. Piranha Plant and a Boo in tow.
I don't think the Boo's going to have it in time. Meanwhile, Tigray gets 1st place. The Ascension representative really rubbing his team very well on that one.
Oh, El Tigre coming out on top there. Great race from him. You didn't hear his name too much, but sometimes that's what it's got to be. You're the Tigre. You're the silent predator. You come through out of nowhere and take 1st place like he did.
That's exactly what happened. But look what happened in the semifinals. I think, funny name, we only saw him get a 1st place once, but he was the top scorer overall. So if Tigray could probably pull something like that off again, you never know.
You really could. And we still have 3 races left by my count.
3 races.
3 races left, but And so it's anyone's game here at the halfway point of this semifinal.
You know what'd be funny? We did Dragon Driftway, then Baby Park, then back to Dragon Driftway. Can we get Baby Park again? Please? No?
No way.
Fine.
There's no way.
I had to try.
I tell you what, if there is, I am walking out of here because I got to go put money on 00.
And it sounds like I think the fourth race is apparently Mario Stadium or Mario Circuit. We'll double check.
Circuit. I'm hearing it's going to be Mario Circuit, and we are getting ready to jump right in here. And all right, this is one that we haven't seen tonight, have we?
No, this is the first time we've seen it tonight, so this is a great. This is also a relatively simple track. This is also a track where you can potentially sandbag, so we'll probably see maybe one or two people sandbag on this one. But Tigray right now in pole position, right, but you see, he's still going to turn a little too wide, and he's out third place because of that.
Now, Mario Circuit is always traditionally the first course in the very first Cup of Mario Kart. But is it always the same track and they've just revamped it for the zero G and it now has all these twists and turns and zero gravity? Or is it always just a brand new figure eight style course?
No, actually this is the first time in Mario Circuit that they do a figure eight style course. I think Mario Circuit, they do change up the actual track every so often. But I think because this is Mario Kart 8, they made it a figure eight to compensate for it.
That's a good point. Now that I think about it, one of the Mario Circuits down in the Retro Cups, definitely not a figure eight circuit.
Absolutely. Right now on screen, you see Knight, who went back to his Morton loadout. Before he gets hit by Boomerang, and he just getting slowed into the pack as they start the second lap. But the Blue Shell is trying to help even things out a little bit.
Yeah, that Blue Shell is going to come in and be a big deal here. We're already on to lap 2. Immortal Man in 9th place, but has the triple mushroom to work with.
Oh, and he falls out after hitting the lifestyle.
Oh, you got to watch out for those light posts, my man. You're not supposed to hit into those.
Meanwhile, K-Hoon, of all people, is now in second and third place. He only got a chance to mention K-Hoon very on figure qualifier. But like I said, she is a very, very tricky veteran to look out for as we're getting this last lap here.
Also not mentioned very often because it's for some reason been impossible for me to pronounce her name correctly, but it is K-Hoon, as you said. Meanwhile, Steelo in 8th place, got the triple mushroom. Can he do anything with it? No, instead he's going to get hit, floored by that star-powered Bowser, and he's going to have to try and use those mushrooms to come back. Meanwhile, Bear up in first place. Now he's in a battle for first.
It looks like he's fighting with that Metal Mario and another Roy. As the Blue Shell comes to play, it's going to the Metal Mario, and he does have to take a hit. It looks like whoever that other Roy was, he managed to pass all that chaos. It's T-Guy with his second first place.
Oh, what do Tigers dream of?
Apparently first places.
Apparently they do, and Tigray is going to go back-to-back on those first place victories. Huge for him there. And a great performance because it looks for all the world like Knight had expertly maneuvered his way around that blue shell, but then just gets hit by a green shell at the same exact time, ruins all of that careful planning, and Tigray was there to take advantage and notch another win.
The way I see it though, it just takes one opportune moment for you to get first place, and that's exactly what Tigray did. Managed to dodge all that chaos, managed to dodge that blue shell that managed to swallow up Bear, and whoever the Metal Mario was, and just coming out of all that chaos fresh and clean with the second first place.
And that's going
I'm hearing people know for some reason.
That's going to put you well in position. Going to be very happy with that performance because now you've got 2 races left to go and you can already feel like you're sitting pretty and start going, okay, let's try out some stuff. Let's take some risks. Let's have a little fun with it because we're going to the grand finals and let's have something to pull out of our bag of tricks there as we head on to race number 5.
And this is Shy Guy Falls. This is an interesting track. I would call it, difficulty-wise, this is about maybe the medium difficulty because there are a lot of tricks and turns to work with. But there are a lot of shortcuts to work with, but they're very risky shortcuts. If you go too fast, you'll fall off. If you go too slow, you're not getting that shortcut.
It's the high-risk, high-reward strategy, and we'll see who's going to employ it here. As you know, these players have practiced a track like this well enough often, as T-Ray's going to be sitting in the back here with a Koi and triple mushroom. That's a little bit of a rough start for a bagger. But K-Hoon up in 6th place.
And see K-Hoon has no items to work with, just a double item box. A double item box, we'll figure out what's going to happen with her. Meanwhile, Knight is on screen, throws up a new boomerang, but it gets knocked out of the way because of the super horn as they start the second lap here.
And wow, what a precision boomerang and then a quality use of the super horn there to deny Knight a chance at first place. A good snipe there by riding my Pidgey on that green shell, but it's going to be deflected away by a banana on the defensive side from Steelo. And Steelo trying to come through on this Waluigi card here.
You see him right now in 11th place, has to really catch up. He's got to try to get a double item box right here, and he does. Hopefully it'll grant him something well to work with. And meanwhile, Squidgy is right behind him. We saw that Steelo has a figure eight, crazy eight to work with. Well, Squidgy has a bullet bill and a shock, which he fires off right now.
Great shock after the bullet bill moves Squidgy all the way up to 7th place, now up to 6th, using those quad mushrooms at their disposal, and that is going to be good to move them up even further in the pack. Well, meanwhile, 13 is back here down in 10th, uses that boo. We'll see what kind of item is going to come out of that one, but up in first place. There's a battle between Roys right now with Knight, Bear, and one other player all trying to fight this out for that top spot, but Knight's got that super horn to work with. We'll see if he can put that to good use.
He's probably going to try to creep up on this other Roy here, trying to hit him with the super horn. And you see he's going to take the other round. Other round's a little bit faster, but it can also be a big comeback because the counter get hit. He does swamp a horn. He gets double red. That's going to be very important. He does hit the Roy. Blue shell coming to play. And that's going to go into the Roy. That's going to cause a lot of chaos. But it looks like Randy my Pidgey takes the first place on this one.
He rode that Pidgey straight to victory there. What a blue shell right at the end. You can't time that any better to create an absolutely chaotic finish, and that is exactly what we saw, and riding my Pidgey rising above it.
He literally took a page out of Tigre's book, because he literally he was in that chaos, he dodged all the chaos out of the way, and comes out fresh and clean with first place.
Gotta be happy with that. He's giving himself the congratulatory golf claps there. Knows he's got one race left to try and improve that score as we get ready for grand finals. One more race here in this semi to decide who is going to be going there.
Absolutely, and it's going to be very interesting what's going to turn out. Tigre getting 2 first places, Pidgey getting a first place, Knight getting a first place. I think, honestly, those 3 are going to be more than likely making the grand finals. But we'll double check and see what happens, because like I said, we have one more race to go, and everything can flip on its head, depending on what happens in this last race.
Yeah, anything can happen. It's just an interesting thing to see in this final race, given how Mario Kart works. And you know what else is interesting, Warliken?
What is?
All of the amazing stuff that you can get for your PC at home at Newegg.com.
And it looks like for the last race, we're going back for the 3rd time tonight to Yoshi Valley. And after this race, we do have the tiebreaker between Gourmet and Free Dizzle. So you two better start getting ready for that tiebreaker. Come on up here to the signing station, because y'all are up next after this race.
That's right. Once again, Gourmet and Free Dizzle.
And right now, screen is Squidgy, who gets hit by a rogue fireball. That's going to slow it down a little bit. Meanwhile, 13, who changes to... Now, the chat destroyed me last week for the episode wrong. I believe this is Larry Koopa. If it isn't, tell me, but I believe this is Larry. No. This is Iggy Koopa. Iggy Koopa. I forgot which one Larry was.
But come on, do we have to replace you with the guy who won the trivia contest? He's clearly got a better handle on the Koopa name.
Oh, you mean a Mortal Man who's currently in 8th place right now?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens, because let's see. Because there's still 2 laps to go, and Yoshi Valley is pretty chaotic in its own right. Meanwhile, Bear's right off this place. He's about to get slipstreamed by this Waluigi. I think that is a Mortal Man. But it looks like you see Bear has a banana and a red shell to work with. Meanwhile, Pidgey has double red, trying to chase this pink gold peach.
Riding my Pidgey, working with those double reds, gonna send both of them out, but one of them's gonna hit the giant egg in the middle of the course. You would think that they wouldn't have let the race start with a hazard that big, but instead it's gonna come in and haunt riding my Pidgey, while Knight, trying to take use of that mushroom, does a great job using that shortcut to get around the turn. But he's got a ways to go to close the gap on first place. Yeah, and see if he can do it as he misses on that green shell snipe there.
Yeah, I was going to say, that first place gap is slowly starting to develop more and more. Whoever is in second place, I believe it's Kiro, has really trying to start throwing items in that first place. That way they can try to lower that back. It's Jake's currently in first place of all people.
Jake's trying to make it through here. One more lap. Just a couple turns left to go, but here comes the blue shell! Oh, is this the blue shell of death? Yes! Someone's gonna take the lead. Jake's dropped to third place. Oh, then
Kiro
Hunter at the very last possible second. Tigre pulls out his third win of the semifinals. I do not believe it.
Tigre pulling what I like to call it knives, literally stealing it at the last microsecond of the race.
Wow, it literally cannot get closer than that. That was a photo finish.
And I mean, even then, Kiro's still getting second place. I think that might give him enough points. We'll double check once the standings are in. But of all the people, I am very surprised how Tigre did on that one.
Same here. That was absolutely incredible. Nothing. What can you even say to something like that? Just a fantastic finish there for Tigre. We'll try and get a word with him, but first, we've got a tiebreaker on Baby Park to go to. So we will be right back after these messages brought to you by our friends at Findlay Volkswagen. Welcome back, everybody, here to Saturday Night Speedway at the HyperX Esports Arena. I'm Thomas Viola, joined now for our Findlay Volkswagen post-game interview with none other than the silent killer himself, Tigre. What happened in that last race? How did you possibly pull that victory out?
I think I just had to play it pretty smart with my items, honestly. I tried to save my powerful items as far into the race as I could, and so you sort of saw me stay in the back in the beginning. I kind of just let everyone fight it out while I get all the good items. I hold on to them for a long time, and then I just kind of wait for the perfect opportunity to use them, and sort of let everyone else take each other out, and just kind of slide in right at the end.
Now, walk me through those final couple seconds. What exactly happened there that allowed you to just get in at the very final second? What was it that went on? Did you have an extra item? Was that what gave you the speed boost? What happened?
So going at the end of Yoshi Valley, I actually had triple mushrooms in my pocket behind some triple greens. So at the last second, I sort of just spammed my triple greens forward, and then I used the triple shroom, passed right at the end, and just barely scraped by right at the finish line.
Now that wasn't your only first place finish of the night of the semifinal there. You had a couple others. How are you feeling going into the final?
I'm excited. I don't make finals too often, let alone win anything. So this is pretty cool for me. Just trying my best.
Well, best of luck to you out there, my friend. I suppose I actually can shake your hand as I have been properly safe here tonight from coronavirus. Meanwhile, I think we are ready for this tiebreaker. Thank you so much for your time. Best of luck in the finals. Guys, Warliken, I think it's time for some more Baby Park.
Baby Park, Baby Park, Baby Park. And hopefully it's not the last of it, because this is the last OPC 200cc Baby Park. So for those of you that are just tuning in, we had a tie during the first semifinals at 6th place. So the way we do tiebreakers is 200cc Baby Park, and it's going to be down to Gourmet and Free Dizzle. Now this is interesting though, because the last time we had a tiebreaker for grand finals, Gourmet was in it last time for that tiebreaker and lost to Too Lit to Quit.
You're right.
So let's see what happens. She can redeem herself going against Free Dizzle in this edition of 200cc Baby Park.
Now here we go. Redemption time here for Gourmet.
Right now, you see Free Dizzle on screen. He's the one playing Baby Rosalina as Gourmet is running Isabel. Now, the interesting thing about 200cc Baby Park is that since you're going so much faster, no iron shortcuts are going to be a lot easier to work with. You saw how Baby Rosalina was cut off. Unfortunately, though, Gourmet gets hit by the Dragon Banana Peel.
And that banana peel, the faster you're going, the more that those slowdowns from items are going to hurt. Going to send out the red shell there, see if it can do any damage.
It's a point on a boomerang, and another red. Right now, Free Dizzle is just dominating this performance, but the red shell's going to slow down a little bit.
Going to give Gourmet a lot of time to catch up here, but still needs to do so. Meanwhile, Free Dizzle heading all the way around the track, all alone at this point. It's the banana peel again.
Out
of nowhere! Gourmet out of nowhere with the boo! And Gourmet's going to take it!
Takes it!
Oh my word! Gourmet with the boo! I am going to be completely honest with you here, Lycan. When she went off screen, I thought that we had a disconnect. I thought, oh great, we have to restart. We're going to have to do this over again. But no, it was the boo hiding Gourmet, moving through the shadows, and getting the win, getting her revenge from her last tiebreak defeat.
And I double check my records, but I think this actually makes Gourmet's first grand finals appearance because of this.
Here we go. That's another first-time grand finalist player. We have so many new faces, so many new chances, and now we have the scores ready from semifinal chances. I'll toss those up to you, Lycan.
Thank you very much. So first place was Tigray with a dominating 66 points, a 9-point lead over second place Knight, who got 57 points. Third is Ready by Pidgey with 55 points. Fourth is Kehu with 53. Fifth is Bear with 51. And by 2 points, sixth is Kira with 44 points. Ooh. Seventh is Jake with 42 points. Eighth is Immortal Man with 41. Ninth is 13 with 32 points. 10th is Steelo with 27. 11th is Imagine Losing with 14 points. And the back of the pack is Squidgy with 10 points.
And Tigray with a very impressive 66-point performance. We saw him there. As he said, he doesn't win a whole lot, but he certainly won a whole lot in those semifinals. Let's see what he can do in the finals now, because he's got a chance. He's the hot hand. He's hungry. He wants that first victory. He is ready for Saturday Night Speedway. He's ready for the lights. He's ready for the show of the grand finals. What about you? What do you think? Who are you looking at most, Warliken?
So
in this
let's
semi?
do the roll call on who exactly we have here for our top 12, our grand finals here tonight. We have Funny Name, Savgo, Geronimo, Glitch, Beastly Mustard, Gourmet, who had to get out of that baby park to do this, Tigray, Knight, Riding My Pidgey, Kehoon, Bear and Kiro. This is going to be anyone's match, honestly. I mean, I don't even think Glitch is going to have a run away with this one because there is so much competition in this grand finals. Most of these people are grand finals veterans.
No question.
What's up?
No question about it. This is going to be absolutely incredible. I highly doubt we're going to see more than 2 races get won by the same player. Once again, read those off for us so that they know to go up right now and meet with Osiris so that we can get them to the hype tunnel and get ready for this final.
So, Funny Name, Savgo, Geronimo, Glitch, Beastly Mustard, Gourmet, Tigray, Knight, Riding My Pidgey, K-Hoon, Bear, and Kiro. You 12 better get ready and meet Osiris because we're getting started with this grand finals really, really soon.
That we are, and it's going to be a good one. So many stars. I'm excited. How about you, Lycan?
I'm counting down. So, I'm counting right here. I'm counting all the team reps we have right now. So, Sango, Geronimo, Glitch, Knight, Pidgey, Bear, and Kiro. 7 of those racers are from the Pirate Hackers. So over half of them are from our best team that we have here in Las Vegas.
So what you're saying is it's a pirate invasion?
More than likely, yes. And I heard Beastly Mustard here booing over here. But hey, you better not be booing. You better be getting first place of all people, Beastly Mustard. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Anyway, let's also say some more facts. So we have also K-Hoon and Gourmet. Those are our Powerpuff representatives. I know a lot of people are happy to see them. Along the likes of Tigray and Beastly Mustard, who are also Ascension representatives. So it's funny because a lot of these people are team reps.
It's going to be interesting to see who can come out on top. A lot of trash talking between teammates too after this shirt. Plenty on the line for everybody. I am sweating with anticipation. Maybe that's the 6 masks I'm currently wearing, but I am absolutely excited. And we are going to be right back after this with the grand finals brought to you by Findlay Volkswagen. Don't go anywhere.
In poker, they say if you can't spot the sucker at the table, it's you. In democracy, if you don't vote, we all pay the price. So stop being a fish. Go to gamers.vote and register now. I'm Lynn Gilmartin and I approve this message.
What is up, everybody? It is time for the grand finals. We are getting ready. We have some fantastic racers here. I am pumped. What about you, Morliken?
What are you wearing now?
It is called protection, my friend. I am ready for anything this virus can throw at me. I am 100% corona safe. And let me tell you, players are ready too. Let's send them down from the hype tunnel!
So tonight we have Buddy Name, Savgo, Geronimo, Glitch, Beastly Mustard, Gourmet, Tigray, Knight, Righty My Pidgey, K-Hoon, Bear, and Kiro.
Oh, it's a good matchup, and before we came back from break, you and I were talking, and you mentioned a very interesting fact.
So this, I believe, is the first time in my Kazakh career where everyone in this grand finals is represented by a team. We have 8 Pirate Hackers going against 2 Ascension and 2 Powerpuffs.
The talent here is just unbelievable. We've said it time and time again, but the mere fact, every single one of them was good enough to get picked up by a team, to get noticed, and to say, hey, you've got the stuff, come represent us. And they're all out here tonight fighting for that #1 spot.
And you know what? I'll actually ante up a little bit, because this is one thing I learned earlier today, and that's for Righty My Pidgey. And a big congratulations to him, because not only is he a Pirate Hacker representative, but he's also a Shogun representative, part of the Shogun Gaming, who's one of our Smash Brothers representatives. So a bit of a double dip for Pidgey. So again, congratulations to Righty My Pidgey on that one.
Absolutely, congratulations to him. Best of luck to everyone here in the grand final as they get set up. All right, we're in Vegas. We're in a casino, technically.
Technically, yes. I mean, it is a Luxor, so you're right.
Yeah, we are in the Luxor. So, I want you to give me your pick for the winner right here, right now.
Oh my God, here's the problem.
If you lose, not saying that you find, I'm not saying you don't, but I'm not saying that you do find your car in the parking lot afterwards, so that's the stakes.
Well, my car's a piece of junk anyway, so I really have nothing to lose.
All right, well, good point there.
But here's the problem. All 12 of these racers have some incredible caliber to work with here. I mean, we have Glitch, who's the 12-time champion. We have Geronimo, who dominated his qualifiers, and he did a good job in his semifinals. We have Tigray, who dominated his semifinals. We have Funny Name. It's so hard to find a one person you can say is going to win this, because, to be fair, this is a very, I know I use this word a lot, but this is legit a stacked qualifier, because literally all 12 people deserve to be here.
Now, it's 12 stacked competitors, but can you tell me off the top of your head who are the ones who have not won a Saturday Night Speedway yet? Who's going for their first right here?
All right, so let me listen down real quick. We have Buddy Name, Savgo, Beastly Mustard, Gourmet, Tigray, Knight, Righty My Pidgey, K-Hoon, Bear, and Kiro. So 10 out of the 12 people here do not have an SNS win. That's incredible if you ask me.
No question about it. It is absolutely incredible, and it means that we have a chance for a very fresh face here. But before we get into that, let's just take a moment, Warliken, to talk about Gamers.vote. Go to Gamers.vote, register to vote today. It's time for gamers to show their power. Guys, 133 million of us are of voting age. Go register now so that you can register and vote in these upcoming elections.
Shout out to the chat, by the way. Elemental Gecko, who said, it's not stacked, fight me. Okay, I'll meet you in the parking lot. But it looks like for the first race of 6, we're going to Toast Turnpike. This is not an easy track to work, because you're literally racing in traffic.
I mean, I've done that before too, but that was on the New Jersey Turnpike, and the cops cannot prove that.
I mean, no comment on that one, ladies and gentlemen, but that's all I'm going to say. Right now on screen is Tigray. He is going to stick in the back of the pack. Like I said, Tigray getting 3 first places in his semifinals and getting first place overall in his semis. you know he's gonna be feeling good, but not as good as getting hit by that those revolving green shells.
No, the rotating green shell's really tough there. Now, is this a track that you can kind of bag on? There aren't that many turns to the figure eight track, but obviously the obstacle's much more prevalent here.
I would say do not tag this track. There's too many wild factors this one. The tracks, the random turns, there are no shortcuts to work with here. It is legit a straight 8 track, and you have to really outmaneuver this one and watch out for the traffic. As you saw, Glitch unfortunately got caught in that traffic.
Glitch getting caught in traffic there. Never want to do that, kids. Don't play in traffic. Just a reminder to you, he's going to be in 4th right now. Funny name all the way back in 12th. Nothing funny about that right now, but he's saving that star for that next item round. Meanwhile, a blue shell is coming up to take out first place. That's going to shuffle up the top of the pack. Funny name dropping that perfect star placement as he grabs the double box. And it's going to be Zoigo going up into first place.
Savgo, like I mentioned before, he's usually a grand final representative, but he has not won SNS himself. You know he definitely wants to get one under his belt. As we saw the last lap, he did get dragged by a banana, and Tigre is now at the front of the pack, fighting with this Pink Gold Peach as the last lap starting.
And this is going to be a huge battle at the top. I have a feeling that Pink Gold Peach is going to be Geronimo. That's who he's been playing as most of the night. Could be wrong there, though. But, Tigre going to get hit with the red shell. He doesn't have any defensive items to use, but that was a great use of a banana peel on field. And what a dodge! What a dodge of that green shell! Meanwhile,
got hit by a second shell, so Beastly Mustard is starting to catch up. I think, though, you see Geronimo is still in first place. Nothing's going to stop her. First place of this one's going to be Geronimo!
Oh, what a race from Geronimo. That is a great start for him off the top here. Has to be happy with that performance. What do you think, Warliken?
Geronimo, like I said, a former 3-time SNS champion. You know he wants to get a number 4 under his belt. Him and Glitch are the only 2 people in this grand finals who have SNS wins, and you know he wants to make sure that that stays that way.
Now, you want to know something really interesting that I just found out?
What?
This mask, I think I'm taking this home with me because it means that my abnormally large nose that doesn't let me keep one of these normal masks on, I don't have to worry about that anymore because I'm still protected here. This is hugely clutch, my friend. This is a game changer.
I have no comment. You already have so many masks on that I don't even know what to say about that. And it sounds like we're going to start with the second race of 6 in this grand finals. And it's going to be Big Blue.
Ba, da, 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 da.
No.
I feel like that's
pirate. No, it's different.
No,
Big Blue is one of the... Remember how early we did N6400? That was a section-based track, right?
Yes, this is another section-based track, of course, based off of F-Zero. And it's been a little while since I played Smash Brothers, so I can't really remember the Big Blue team all that well. I had to take a track of that. But Geronimo going to be jumping out into a quick first-place lead here. Meanwhile, Gourmet stuck in the middle point of the pack here, 6th, 7th, 8th place, riding around, trying to bust out into the open, all the way up to 6th now, trying to take that turn pretty well, but Funny Name is going to be up in 5th, using that shortcut thanks to the virtue of those mushrooms. Only gets 1 item out of that box, holding on to the first mushroom, grabbing a couple more coins, using the mushroom, and then getting hit.
Oh no, I think he fell off though!
Oh, a double whammy!
That's unfortunate. You see Random Pidgey in the back of the pack, and you see he's going to use this water jump right here. And that covers a lot of ground doing that jump, but you see everyone else doing that too.
I had 0 idea you could even do that on that track, but I'm absolutely using that against my friends later on this week. Meanwhile, Gourmet up in 8th place now. Got the triple red shells and a nice gold shell. Gonna wait to use all those. Firing off the red now. Hits the gold. Trying to blast up. Avoids the blue shell, but gets hit hard.
Yeah, this is a very tight track, like tight-knit track. And you see the blue shell. I'm not sure what happened. You see that Glitch fired off, but gets screened out of items by that first place, which I believe is Funny Name. Funny Name, who has an overall higher score in the semifinals, is now watching his first place. 2 defense items to work with and do the final turns here.
Oh, these final turns with 2 defense items. I don't think anyone's coming back from that. And no, they won't. Funny Name gotta take the second race.
Great job by Funny Name. Like I said, Funny Name has not won an SNS yet. He is usually a grand finals contender, but if he can keep this up, this could be his first SNS win here tonight.
Who knows? I would love to see us crowning a new champion, although there are also some great returning champions here. Again, it is a studded field, and I am very excited to see what's going to happen. That first race, if that tells us anything, we are in for an excellent grand final.
Absolutely. And like I said, Big Blue is not an easy track to work with. There are a lot of twists and turns. It's very tight cornered. So being able to maneuver around like that and still be able to dodge all that chaos, you see why Funny Name got his way to the grand finals and had the overall best point total in semifinals with 72 points.
And the other big thing about Big Blue is the fact that they designed it so brilliantly to emulate F-Zero, the game that it's of course based off of, with the fact that you're always constantly hitting those speed boosts. You see on the side of the map, you have those areas you run across to gain more coins. Back in F-Zero, that's what you use to gain boost in that game. Just love the care and design that they put into it. Meanwhile, though, we're going to a haunted mansion here because it is Luigi's.
That's very true, and this is it makes sense for it to be a tricky track because there is. You see a lot of the track is moving around. You see a lot of undulating, and that's not easy. You do the math to help you out that way, and a lot of shortcuts to work with too. You got the proper items to work with. Meanwhile, Gourmet only got a coin in second place, so they're going to slow it down a little bit as we're getting started these first couple of turns.
And that is just plain unfortunate there. Meanwhile, Zavgo up in 9th place. A lot of work to do, but still, of course, plenty of time to do it as one of the 3 Roys here out on the track right now.
Yeah, the Roy crew. I'm trying to think of a good name for them because there's like you said, 3 Roys. So I guess the Roy crew or the Roy boys. I don't know.
Probably the Roy boys.
Yeah, you're right now. Kenny, who's on screen, back in the pack, and guess who's sandbagging this one? Has Golden Mushroom and Bullet Bill had a star active. But gets stalled a little bit by the hammer. Has to be very careful as she's gonna find the bull right now and trying to catch up to the back of the pack.
Gotta remember the golden rule. You gotta stop when it's hammer time.
Absolutely right. Yeah, she also had that blue cell. She's probably gonna fire it off when that bullet bill runs out, or probably wait till she gets the number of item boxes. But right now, Kuro is on screen, 5th place. You know Kuro wants to get his first SNS win here tonight without a doubt.
No question. Kuro is hungry. He's gonna get the double item box there.
Quad mushroom!
Quad mushrooms! First I thought you meant a quad item box, and I was like, whoa, that's something I haven't heard of, but 4 mushrooms, what a play! All the way up to second, just completely avoids the, I suppose you'd call it the graveyard, the courtyard, completely avoids it and rockets all the way up to second place. Meanwhile, Funny Name back in the pack here, over in 9th battle.
What's the bomb?
Oh, the bomb's gonna get him and another rider, and now he's gonna be all the way back in 12th after a really unfortunate time around that shortcut. And Funny Name is just not his race right now.
That's no joke right there. You see Buddy by Pidgey, 9th place, has 2 buses, fires off one, fires off the other. He's trying to catch up in front of the pack as that blue shell's not being active. I think that's Geronimo in the front. That one Geronimo got hit, and the shot also goes into play. Here's the thing though, this turns out for Geronimo because it makes him immune to the blue shell. So because of that, Geronimo!
Oh, he's gonna get the win! Oh, what a blue shell dodge there. Absolutely perfect by Geronimo. I gotta tell you, the more I'm watching, the more I think this is Geronimo's night.
I mean, you never know. Like you said, that was 2 more. Geronimo, can we get it? Yeah! Grand finals week! Thank you, Jerry!
Oh, God. All right, I'm being told by production they want to see my attempt at a wink right now, even though, given the state of one of my eyes, I'm basically constantly doing that, but let's give this a try here.
Uh-oh. All right. That's not bad. I mean, it's no, like, pop bomb like Geronimo, but I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
In my defense, not at 100%.
Oh.
More like an it's your turn now. Let's see what you've got.
Okay, hold on.
I like it. I still don't think either one of us can dispute Geronimo as the best week in Vegas.
That's why he has the best week in Vegas. Like, I will automatically admit that Geronimo has the best week in Vegas. But we'll see who's going to be the best racer for SNS tonight as we're getting to the 4th race with the Super Bell Subway. And you see about half the people are bagging this one.
Holy mother of sandbag here. Everybody wants to be in last place right now. You know, the start of this race always reminds me, for some reason, my brain connects it with Coconut Mall, a track from the Wii that I'm frankly surprised didn't make it into this game.
I love that track, honestly. I'm very surprised it didn't make it either.
But here we are on the subway, trying to get, what? Oh, he's got the star, that's why.
And he changed it beautifully.
Beautifully gets another triple mushroom out of the deal.
and another star. That's 3 stars in a row, along with 2 triple mushrooms in a row. No, scratch that. 3 triple mushrooms in a row. Never mind a shot. Let's just cancel all that.
Oh, all that hard work by Funny Name right down the drain, and he's got to start all the way back over, back in 11th place here. Meanwhile, Knight in 8th, moving up through 7th, through 6th now. He's in a battle with the rest of the Roy boys.
You gotta watch out. Yeah, he's the only one that's not Roy who's a Koopa, and that's Morton Koopa. You gotta be very careful about that. He has 4th place. No defense. Watch out for the red shell. The red shell does not get him. Watch out for the hunt. Wow, that was a one over him.
Meanwhile, Beastly Mustard moving up through 5th place here. Blooper's gonna come out. He's gonna get just enough off that boost to get rid of the Blooper. No damage done to him, and he's gonna get a red shell and a green shell for his troubles. Can he snipe that green shell perfectly? No, the red shell hits him! Whoa!
Backed up, and Sango gets benefit from that. Now is in 3rd place to start the last lap. I believe he's fighting, I believe that's Bear who's at Dry Bowser. And I have no idea who that metal mark. I think that's Kiro. It is Kiro.
Kiro coming up in 1st place right now. Can he hold on to it? He's got a green shell for defense. One more set of items to go, so he's going to ditch that. There's the red shell coming in. Not enough time! Oh, Kiro's going to fall to 3rd. Now falling to 4th. Zav goes in 2nd. Who is going to win around the final turn?
You got to watch out for Bear. Bear's still in 1st place with the red shell. That's Gourmet.
Gourmet in 1st has a red shell for defense. Gourmet's going to get it. Oh, what a race!
Who had a fight out of a tiebreaker gets 1st place.
Wow! Gourmet will not go gentle into the night. Still fighting strong here, trying to make her way up that leaderboard. Again, the tiebreaker battle winner coming through in the clutch.
She had to work for that one too. Like, she had Savgo and the rest of the middle of the pack literally nipping at her heels. But yeah, just a great management, staying on the defensive, not losing her cool. Great job on Gourmet getting 1st place on that one.
No question about it. And that was just a back and forth race the whole time. There was no one who could hold a commanding lead. Kiro looked like he might have it coming around those final couple turns, but he just got a little too greedy with the defensive items. Didn't hold on to the green shell, wanted to go for the 2 new items, and he didn't have enough time to get through that roll before that red shell hit him, and that was all she wrote.
Honestly, if he held that green shell and whipped the single item box, he would have been okay on that. And I think, that's what happened to him. He managed to come first by the 4th place. And it sounds like for the next race, we're going to DK Jungle. This is race number 5 out of 6 in this grand finals.
Can you do the entire DK rap?
Like right now?
I cannot do.
That's like a 5-minute song, dude. We're not gonna do that right now. But if you give me a minute to recall it, I'm pretty sure I can. But right now, Gourmet's off screen. Unfortunately, gets screened out of items as we're getting started here. Out of position. Okay, right now Geronimo's on screen though, second 1st place, and I don't know what's going on my part, but I'll just have him right now. So right now it's like a fight between Geronimo and Knight in 1st place. Down is the green shell, gets away from the red shell. It was between Geronimo's right now got to be very careful to guard from Knight as we're getting started on these last couple of turns. And you see Glitch is snagging in the back right here, has a star and triple mushroom to work with here.
And that is very big for Glitch because this is a course where you can move up very quickly here. As you can see, the 1st place rider has just crossed over into lap 2. So there's not that much space to make up, but Geronimo is in a battle with one of those Roys for 1st right now. And Glitch rapidly making his way up the pack, all the way up into 5th. Oh, gotta use that star quick.
Well, it's perfectly fine because he only lost 1 booster for that boo. Blue shell, you saw coming to play, and I think there's Geronimo, who has an incredibly dominating lead after he started the 2nd lap here.
He has really extended that over, coming into the turns inside the temple right now. And, I mean, you have to wonder if anybody's going to be able to catch him, but then again, no lead is safe. A blue shell and a red shell, and all of a sudden, that's all she wrote. But Geronimo putting himself in a great position right now. You know he wants that 4th SNS title.
And you see Kiro, he just managed to bulldoze through half of the track. Unfortunately, gets bumped off the track by someone else who had a star. So as quickly as he was, going from 10th back to 5th, goes back down to 10th for that fall off.
Oh, that is just absolutely rough. Bad luck there for Kiro, but Geronimo still extending his lead. He's got 2 bananas down to 1 now. The shot comes in. Now it's a blue shell, like we talked about with that lead.
And just like that, that lead is gone, and now he's in 2nd, fighting off over the Royce. And that boy is Glitch, who's the other person who's won SNSs in the past.
Oh, what a huge, unfortunate play for Geronimo, who drops well down the pack. He doesn't have much time too as we're coming up on the last turn. It looks like this is going to be Glitch at the end, and it is Glitch takes the victory.
That's very unfortunate luck. Oh my God.
Let me tell you, we've invested heavily in Corona-safe technology here at the arena. I am ready to go. I've got my quarantine suit on, and I am ready to interview the winner at the end of all this.
I have no comment.
It's the latest style, my friend. You're gonna see me out on the tables after this with it.
You probably will, knowing you. But yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Glitch, literally the last moment, taking advantage of Geronimo getting hit by a shot, falling out because of the shot, and then getting hit by a blue shell immediately afterwards. I mean, it was crazy because Geronimo had that dominating lead, but you saw what happened. It literally took 2 items for Geronimo to go from first, I think about 3rd or 4th place in that race. And we have one race left to go.
No lead is safe. There is nothing you can do. It doesn't matter how far in front you get. These racers are too darn good, and you saw it happen there. You get that hit, you get that shock, then you fall, and then all of a sudden the blue shell comes in. That's just an awful triple whammy as we head here to Big Blue for the final race with Glitch in pole position.
And this is the second time in the SNS and in the Grand Finals we're going to Big Blue. So we'll see what happens. Last time we went to Big Blue, Funny Name is the one who took it all. And I don't know what the points are going right now, but you see Glitch take that first race, so has to feel pretty confident going this last race here.
No question about it. Glitch has been putting on a great performance all night long, has a chance here to add another SNS victory to his belt, but he's going to have some tough competition as he breaks out into the front of the pack to start off, trying to lead from ahead, grabs that banana peel, drops that banana peel.
Well timed also. It looked like someone actually did fall for it and get hit by the banana peel and falls off, and that's very unfortunate for them. Started a second lap, you see Knight currently in second place, trying to catch up. He's going to do the water shortcut right here, like you usually see everyone do.
And he's going to get it perfectly. Now Knight sees the competitors ahead of him, but he's not gaining the speed that he needs to right now to pass them. He's down all the way into 4th place. Cornet is 7th, meanwhile, gets the double item box. Gonna see if that can help. Launches the boo immediately, gets the triple mushrooms, and now here we go.
That was beautifully timed because she could have gotten hit by that red shell, but the blue actually makes the red shell ignore her and goes out to someone else. And it's not that blue shell, so it's actually gonna twist everything up even more. Last section here, anything can happen, honestly.
Anything at all can happen. We're down to the final section of the final race here at Saturday Night Speedway, and it's coming down to the wire. Take first. Oh, Geronimo's in 3rd. There's 2 Roys in front of him, but they're both big. He's got a red. He's gonna use the red, but oh, he's gonna get hit there. It looks like it's gonna be Knight. He's got it in the bag. Knight takes the win.
But here's the question. Who got it all, though?
That is the question. We don't know. It's one of life's great mysteries. How many masks am I wearing? How long am I going to wear this garbage bag / coronavirus protective suit? Who won Saturday Night Speedway? I don't know.
I don't know. I want to see the scores.
We will find out right after this brief message. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to go to gamers.vote and register to vote today. It's time for gamers to show their power. There's more than 133 million of us of a voting ages.
Yeah, like you said, and gamers.vote will be using tools. And the also encourage you to use gamers.vote tools on the major websites of platforms for Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook to register as many people as possible. So go to gamers.vote to learn more and register to vote. But I want to know who got this. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm legit curious.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. They're still tabulating up the final scores right now. Hang on just a minute. I'm about to get word. I believe I am here with our victor. And ladies and gentlemen, we are standing by. I am just waiting for confirmation right now.
This is awkward.
And here we go.
Geronimo!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Geronimo is your Saturday Night Speedway winner for the 4th time. How do you feel?
I feel great, man. I feel great. I clutched it out. Whew, man, I'm nervous.
What are you gonna do next?
Practice so I can win again.
You heard that. 4 isn't enough for them. He's still hungry. He wants more. What were you thinking at the start of tonight, right after those qualifying heats where you nearly completed a perfect run? Was it in your mind, or was it just a far-fetched dream still at that point? Or were you thinking, hey, I can actually do this here?
I felt good. I knew it was possible to do it because I was trying out Rose Gold Peach. So, and she felt really nice on the track. So here we are. I raced with her all 6 races in the end, and I got first place. So can't complain too much.
Now, Rose Gold Peach, was that your first time using her for one of these competitions?
I've used her before, but I've never won with her. I usually use Wario or Isabelle.
Well, there you go. It worked out for you in the end. Once again, congratulations so much. Thank you all to everybody who came out. Congratulations, Geronimo, on the victory. From all of us here at the HyperX Esports Arena, I'm Thomas Viola. He's Warlike, and thank you so much to our sponsors, Gamers.Vote, Newegg, HyperX, and of course, Finley Volkswagen.
I want to see the scores one more time. I just want to see exactly how close this was.
Go for it.
Can we get the scores up one more time? Guys, production people, monkeys in the back, thank you. So first was Geronimo with 60 points. Second was Knight by 55 points, by 5 points, making it 55. Third was Riding My Pidgey with 52. Fourth was Bear with 45. A tie for fifth between Glitch and Beastly Mustard with 44. Seventh is Funny Nate with 42. Eighth is Gourmet with 40. Ninth is Tigra with 35. 10th is Kehu with 32. 11th is Saga with 25. And the bag of the pack is Kiro with 18 points. But the difference between first and third was all of 8 points. This was a crazy close Grand Finals.
No question about it. And like we talked about before Grand Finals started, it was just so plain stacked. You knew that it was going to be a battle down to the wire. And Geronimo has nothing but pride to take in his work taking these Grand Finals here, Warliken.
I mean, you said it best, honestly. And the fact that Geronimo got his fourth ever SNS victory, his first one in over a year, he well deserved, honestly. So congratulations again, good to Geronimo.
Once again, congratulations, Geronimo. I'm Thomas Viola. He's Warliken. Thank you so much to our production crew upstairs. That is Justin, Eunice, Nick, Jed, everybody else, Kevin, everybody else who helped us put on this awesome show tonight. Thank you all for coming out and enjoying it. Everyone, remember, drive safe, have a good weekend, and remember, head on down to the Valley Auto Mall and go to Finley Volkswagen for Saturday Night Speedway. We'll see you next week. Have a good one, everybody.